Hey, everybody.
Live.
Hello, welcome.
I still think we're alone. Somewhere.
Hey, Doc, what's up?
What's up, Doc? Can we rock?
Not much.
Nope, getting ready to do a 3-day fishing.
Oh, somebody's in. Hello.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. John's got a charter, so we're going to be hitting Donkeyland,
Headwaters.
crappie fishing, and then Headwaters.
Yep, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, Hiram's coming in, so Lindy will go fishing with us.
Hang on one sec. I'm trying to do something here.
Yeah, man. Whoop, somebody left.
All right, I'm back. I got you.
All right, I'll see you now where it says Joshua Tree. Hey, Josh.
Hey.
Corinne.
How's it going, guys?
I think he owes you some money.
No, we broke even because
Oh.
I got first and whatever it worked out, we're even.
I got him the next day. Did you see that, Josh? Or the next trip, not the next day.
Yes, you did. I'm sure he saw the 30 fish smack. What about that, Doc? The 30 fish smackdown of me and Shiner.
That was cool.
Yeah. I know you heard in a video where I told him that you would appreciate it. You know exactly what it looks like from the back of the boat when that happens.
Oh yeah, that was It was funny when you guys started that. Before you guys even got out of the seat, she was up there with a fish in her hands.
Dude, I was still sitting there.
They tore your little bait up.
Yeah,
Yeah, John said you were on the Zoom fluke all day.
Yes. I did throw mine. Oh yeah. Yep. Whoops,
yeah.
that hurt.
Come on down, and
Yeah.
I don't think you owe me 5 because I lost the other one. Hey, Chatterbait Kenny, what's up?
Hey,
buddy?
Kenny.
Oh, hey, Kenny. Yep, I did catch one on my green LGBT. One.
But if you watch the video, Doc, the only difference between that day when we went with you is me and Shiner, I think I caught 13 that day and you caught 13 that day.
Right.
The only difference is Lindy caught more.
But yeah, what'd she have that day that we went? She had
Did we end with 48?
40, it was like 47, 48.
Right. So I caught 13, you had like 12 or 13, and She caught the rest. Like I said, the only difference in this trip was, hey, after 5. The only difference was Mama just caught more. Now, I edited, man, she caught some that looked like fish tank fish. I mean, tiny little jokers. Oh, dude, tiny. Pocket fish, put a couple in your pocket for when they're not biting.
Or the ones you leave on there, you toss back out, hoping to get a bigger one.
Yeah, use them as bait.
Right.
Reef Robber in the house. After 5 outdoors in the house. Good evening, guys.
Hey, Reef Robber.
Yes, thumbs up. Chatterbait Kenny, how's that new motor going? I know you said you had a great day with it. Oh, Shiner, when he gets here, he's bringing the pick of the 10-pounder.
Yeah, he got a
10-10.
Got a 10-10. Yeah, he's having a great start to his vacation.
Yes,
I'll have to let him know that when he gets in.
All right, he has been working vacation time.
Hey, good for him, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So now you guys, when you went out you guys went out to Donkeyland with Rob, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, John, you were throwing mostly like the slimmer swimmers and stuff like that day.
Yes. That's what I stayed on all day, and Rob was more. He had some gamblers going on. And,
okay.
Go ahead.
Was it gambler swim baits, or was he using something different? Yes, it was hard for me to see on his video and yours exactly. Was he using a swim bait or was he using something different?
He was swim bait mostly. He switched up a little bit.
He did use worms some.
But something I haven't told you, the last 3, 4, 5 trips to Donkeyland, if you go in the morning, they have put one of the cow pastures around there has a freaking donkey in it. And Rob got to hear it. Right when you're fishing, you hear him and he starts, and then he goes, listen. And Rob thought that was hilarious. So the whole morning we're fishing off in the distance, like them cows bellered when you were there.
Yep.
Man, now there's a donkey in there with him, and he just raises Cain.
When the donkey yells, you catch.
Yeah, that's when the fish come. You know, when the donkey starts hollering.
That's appropriate. Cranking and Yankin's in the house.
Yep, and Kenny loves that brand new Mercury. He's going tomorrow to Kissimmee. Yeah, nice. Where are you launching at, Kenny? You probably launch at what, Camp Mac? Just answer whenever. What's up, Cranking and Yanking? I liked your last video.
Yes, sir. It was a good one.
You caught one. Hey, Bicknell Bunch. And Bubba caught one. Oh, did you watch Backwoods Hillbilly today? Bubba catching the one fish?
No, actually, this is the first time I've been actually able to jump on the computer today since I got home.
Oh, it just popped up a while ago at Bridge at 60. Okay. But
hey, Bicknell Bunch, how's it going?
There's Shiner. Come on in.
There's
Shiner.
Rob.
Everybody's wanting to see the pic.
Everybody wants to see the 10-pounder picture, Rob.
We've already been blowing you up, talking about how you've been having a amazing week or amazing start to your vacation. 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks.
I think you have 2 weeks, I think. He said he had one day he had to spend with his wife, but she never would pick a day. So he said he's going to let that float until she picks one. And Rob, I sent you the link. It should work. If it don't, tell me. I'll post it. But yeah, that trip was just, like I said, fun. We laughed. Oh, Rob told stories. Yeah, he puts one of my stories in his video. He didn't put none of his stories. I'll remember that next time I edit when Rob's in the boat.
Yeah, that was a story about the deer head, right?
It started with me moving where I packed all my deer heads in my truck. We were bringing loads. And seriously, people went by. I had a rhino side by side on the trailer. And probably, you know how many deer heads I got? There were as many packed in my truck as I could. Had the big 11-pointer up in the passenger seat. People come by and give me the thumbs up. I guess they thought I had a dead deer up in the cab, because it was during deer season. So I just throw them the thumbs up. But then it morphed into the story when I killed the 11-pointer and had it on the rack in the back. And I'd pack it full of ice and put it in a sleeping bag and tie it up like a mummy to keep it cool.
Right.
Just his head sticking out. Stuck it on the back of that Blazer, and his horns were rubbing the rack. So I put a pillow under it and tied it to him. And it was just hilarious driving up the interstate. And some people giving me the thumbs up, and a lot of people shooting me the bird, calling me murderer and all that. But yeah, whatever.
Well, yeah, those people are idiots.
There's a lot of them around.
Way too many.
All right, Reef Robber, come on back, Earl.
All right, yeah, swing on back in. So, Joshua Tree said the ice is going to be melting up there in Michigan here soon. They're going to be getting on some bass.
That's cool. I'm sure you're ready for the ice to melt. Cranking and Yanking caught he caught one lonely white bass. Wait a minute. Oh, I forgot. I know a trick I can do. There we go. When you mention one, I'll click it and we can post it.
There you go.
So yeah, the ice is going to melt. One lonely white bass, but that was a good video. But Bubba caught one bass today, so technically you and Bubba are about the same caliber of fishermen, I guess.
MB Heritage in the house.
Heritage.
Backwoods Hillbillies.
How's it going, guys?
Yes, deer murder tastes good.
Yes, it tastes delicious.
Sure does. I'm trying to keep up who's in. Uncle Buck signing in.
Deer murder tastes good. Yeah,
I like the shirt. I like the shirt in the back and the last one, Backwoods.
Yeah, with let me do it like them, the bullet hole burn in it.
The bullet hole.
I've been known to like a few bullets myself once in a while.
I like it. Authentic bullet hole. Authentic.
I have this recipe for some deer meat that I make, and it's called Swedish meatballs. But when I make it with deer meat, it's Swedish deer balls.
Yeah, that's what we call it, Swedish deer balls. So many people come over and like, what are we eating? Yes, Elvis and Bubba are the same caliber of fishermen, yet Uncle Buck is just a higher caliber. There you go.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah, Huckleberry. Man, they're flooded out. They went down to a boat ramp on this last video, and half the parking lot was underwater.
They've been dealing with so much out there in Louisiana, man. There's like from going cold, and now they're all flooded like that. It's just
them Yankees can't handle that. And
yeah,
yes,
we're fortunate here.
Yeah, we could call those Louisiana boys Yankees. They live 6 hours north of me. They're a bunch of Yankees.
Yeah, I mean, almost like even North Florida.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you can't
No. You're wrong. North Florida is
joking.
No. It's technically South Georgia. Florida.
Yeah, true.
Florida doesn't start till like Daytona. Everything above Daytona is just South Georgia. Even more water.
Oh, wow.
I saw the one tonight. That's the one I'm talking about, Backwoods, is the one tonight, unless you got another one.
Them is fighting words.
You bite your tongue, sir.
Oh, and not to be the devil's advocate or the boat police or nothing, but Backwoods, put a life jacket on that youngin'. Boy, the game wardens would have had me 2 minutes into y'all's fishing trip.
They had a youngin' in the boat.
Oh, bouncing around the boat, no life jacket inside. I was like, oh, this video is going to get good when Mr. Green Jean comes around the corner.
He's got a brand new one.
Yeah, no, they'd be all over us down here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell, they'd find us real quick.
Yeah. They'd come out of the woodwork, out of the bushes.
So, MB, how's Carolina? You keeping them Carolina people straight, drinking cheer wine, eating moon pies? Eating crackling? I know, got your big old bag of crackling and your moon pie to cheer wine. And a sun drop. Throw a sun drop in on that.
He took it off every time. I love it.
Yeah, the last of the video, Uncle Buck admits he'd have rather had the puppy with him instead of the kids. So apparently they edited out some of the youngin' going a little wild in the boat.
How old was the youngin'?
And is it Bubba's youngin'? I'm assuming, so that's probably little Bubba. So I'm sure it was a handful in the boat. I think it was little Bubba.
NBC, you summed it up.
Yep, crackling and sun drop and cheer wine, moon pies. I've been there. I lived that life. Didn't we, baby?
Yep.
And MB Heritage, I know you love it. I know Carolina's beautiful, but South Florida's way better. Way.
I don't have a point of reference.
You don't. I do. Nope. I mean, if anybody can say it, me and Lindy could say it. You know, I moved to North Carolina when I was 13. Rolled out when I was 50. Yeah, I ain't rolling back. Nope.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I mean, my family relocated. My family relocated. You know, to Tennessee. My dad had to move up there when he was working. He used to develop, and build the stores for the Kmart Corporation.
Yeah,
and we had to spend 2 years in Tennessee, near Nashville, and that was the only time I've ever left Florida. And we came right back after 2 years. He was done. We were like, right back.
And what did Tennessee?
What's that?
What did Tennessee?
Nothing.
Same thing, Arkansas. Bam.
I gotcha.
It's pronounced Arkansas.
Arkansas. Speaking of monster 10-pounders and the goat of YouTube fishing, bop, bop, bop.
What's up?
It's that Shiner guy.
How are you?
What's going on, Rob?
Shiner?
Man, I got my butt whooped this morning.
What happened?
I went to Stick Marsh and caught one and figured it was too windy and I should have hung around and stayed longer. And I decided, well, I'll shift over to Headwaters and run into Headwaters. And at least I got a bigger fish at Headwaters, but I got one at Stick Marsh and one at Headwaters. That was it.
Sweet.
Wow.
Fished till about 1. at that point, I'm like, you know what? I'm going home.
So you catch a 10. Wait a minute. You go to Donkey Land and catch a bunch of fish. Then you catch a 10-pounder. Now you're spoiled. You go to Stick Marsh. Oh, I ain't caught one in 20 minutes. It's time to bounce to another lake.
I was getting pushed around. It was chocolate milk. You know how that place gets when the wind blows.
Oh yeah, yes, sir.
And I should have stuck with my plan. I should have kept drifting. It was blowing north to south, and I went to the south end in Farm 13. And I got pushed all the way back in some thick grass, and I should have just motored back out and kept going with the wind for a while.
Right.
And thought, well, I'll just go up by the levee, North Levee, and there's nobody up there, and that was chocolate milk too. And I went around the backside, the very north end, and that was nothing going on. So at that point, Headwaters seemed more appealing because there's so many different current breaks and stuff. So.
You're right.
What was the crowd like?
There was both of them were pretty crowded. I had a place to park. You know, there were people quitting already. At 10
Right.
on the Headwaters, there were already people leaving.
Right.
You know, pretty full parking lot though.
Okay, Shiner, we're going to let you start it. I'm dying to hear it. I want to hear what lake you went to, what time of day it was, what you were throwing, how the fish bit. Let's see a picture of the fish. I want to hear the story. It's all you, man.
Man, it was the only bass I caught, and I was up in Citrus County. I was on the Salapopka chain of lakes, and I don't really know the name of the lake. I've caught 2 other trophies out of that lake. And I've caught another 10-pounder in that chain 2 lakes over, or 3 lakes over. So, but that place is pretty cool. And I was up in, actually, if y'all promise to watch the video when I post it, we can actually see if I can just show you the footage, because it didn't but a couple of minutes.
Well, yeah. Why would we not watch the video when you
Why
post
would we
it?
not watch?
I'm just saying.
I'm not good with promises, but yeah, let's check it out, man. I mean,
let me see if I can.
I made a promise 34 years ago, and that's the best one I've stuck to, and that's about it.
Oh, when I heard, hey, I thought your story was great. That's why I put it in the video.
Yeah, you know me, Shiner. And tell the truth, that was one of 40 I told that day.
We both were telling stories the whole time. Yours were more interesting than most of mine.
No, I forgot he wasn't here earlier, Doc. Yeah, you done laid the ground rules now. I see in editing you can take stories out. I edited out some stories. I'm gonna save a Shiner story one day and just leave it in.
Hey, we there's a lot that we didn't put in our videos. So
a lot. A lot
of YouTube related conversations that we had.
Yeah, there's a lot that hits the editing room floor.
Yeah.
And that one I just thought, one, you cut a fish in the middle of telling the story, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, I caught a fish and then went right back to the story. I was like, wow, I'm good at that.
You know, so I thought it was pretty cool, and I thought if any people that are watching my video that might not know you yet, you know, it's more than just a bunch of fish being caught. It's such us laughing and cutting up and stuff like that. So.
Oh, we did laugh and cut up.
Oh yeah, we laughed the whole time. Lindy loves your laugh. That kept her giggling all day.
I do. I love your laugh.
Oh, and big news, Lindy has started her own she's not a channel, but she signed up for a YouTube account. So now it doesn't say John Hedrick when she posts something, it'll say Lindia.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So everybody gained one. As soon as she got one, she went around and jumped on everybody's channel. So it was like, wow, we all got one.
Nice.
I got a few to get on. I don't get much computer time either. Somebody's got to cook and clean and do all that stuff, you know, while somebody else gets to it.
Yes, you do. And yes, Kenny, I've told you some stories I hadn't told other people, so we won't get you telling stories. But anyway, back to Rob. You went fishing. You're out there.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if this wants to. I don't know. This is not looking like it normally does when I'm doing the other side. So this may not.
I get what he's saying now. He's going to show us the footage, but we got to promise to actually watch the whole video. Now I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
But it's acting up because it wants to let me.
You trying to present, Rob?
Yeah, he has to accept. Maybe it's because he hasn't hit it yet.
Where is it? I don't see nothing.
On your side, is it asking to share my screen or not?
No, it's just a
Not
picture of
yet.
you. It hadn't done nothing.
That's weird. The button at the bottom won't light up where it says share. It said give me cancel, but it won't let me actually share it. That's
Yeah, I don't see. And I don't want to click on too much or we'll all be done. But no, it doesn't say anything.
All right, if I click, oh wait, okay, here.
If we shut down, it's Rob's fault, just so you know.
Yep.
There it is.
Wait a minute, oh, I got it now. I got you. Hang on.
There it is.
Yeah, what do I got to click on that though?
Click on the.
Oh, okay, just show. Add to stream.
There it is.
All right. And I think, and hopefully, if my screen pauses or freezes up, then I apologize. My software has been glitching on me a little bit lately, but I want to see if this will run for you or not.
Man, it's under my damn live thing.
Basically, what I've been doing out here is I'm freelining the shiner down in the thick pads.
I got
I
it.
just let them swim around until
All right,
something
you
bad
don't see
happens.
that?
Yes.
All right, here it goes. I wish I was wearing the hat cam because she about gave me a heart attack.
Oh,
It took 3 attempts for me to get her to the
Oh
net.
my goodness!
That's a sweet looking spot.
Yeah, it is.
My goodness! Come here, baby.
well, listen.
Tank! It's a freaking tank!
And I had
It's
the
a
net ready
frickin'
already
tank.
just because
Right.
I was sitting there. That was one attempt. She got away. She moved away.
Okay.
Oh shit! Come here, baby.
I wish you could see her. I wish I got to show her in the net because she took up the whole damn net.
Oh, I'm sure.
Holy crap! Oh my god! I can go home now.
I can go home now.
That's all I needed.
Vacation's over.
I didn't know it was all I was going to get.
Well, because you said it. You said you can go home now. They heard
Yep.
you.
Yep.
Oh geez!
Wow.
Oh my
Good
Look
goodness.
at that
Lord.
beast.
Wow.
There we go, Rob.
Look at the daylight through the gills.
Champion.
Oh my god!
Oh my
That's
God.
what I'm going
Right.
to beat now. I got a 10-6. I got to beat a 10-10.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's the new book record.
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
That's
Shiner guy.
Awesome, man.
Oh, that's
Congrats. Wow.
So, anyway, that's her.
That's awesome.
Wait,
That is awesome.
that's a hell of a fish, Rob.
We're still rolling.
Let me pause that. Yeah, I got to get a video together. I've been fishing so much. I haven't. My computer's been a little weird. I was putting a video together the other night of me putting a bilge pump into my John boat that I catch the shiners in.
Right.
I got the thing halfway edited, and it glitched up and froze on me. And when it let me back in, everything was still there, and I didn't save it right away like I should have. And I worked on it 20 more minutes, got the video almost completely done, and it froze up again and lost the entire thing.
Wow.
So I still got the footage. I just got to re-edit the whole thing. So
And Joshua Tree, that was not a ditch pickle. I'm not a big fan of ditch pickle. That fish was a beast and a beautiful fish.
Dang right. Tubby
Yeah.
guys in the house.
Tubby guy. I watched JV get some of his. He opened up some Tubby Guy barrel stickers. Those are pretty cool. Good on your shotgun barrel. Says Tubby Guy Outdoors. Quite cool.
Cranking Yankin says, file, save project as.
Yep.
Okay, that's
Rob, what was that you're using? Are you using, is that Final Cut or is that Power Director? I couldn't really
Power
see.
Director.
Power Director?
I think I need to go through and clean out the cache and defragment the hard drive and stuff.
Yeah.
Might be time to let go of some of the, maybe get an external hard drive for it, and probably take some of the older videos that are just nothing special about them and just ditch them. But the main thing, it all works fine, and PowerDirt keeps giving you these updates and these little packs and different things to do special stuff with.
Mm-hmm.
I downloaded a bunch of them. That may have changed how much memory the program itself was trying to use.
Right.
So
yeah, I use Premiere, and I'm constantly clearing the cache out after the videos and stuff like that, and I work off an external hard drive. I don't store anything on the actual computer.
Yeah.
And knock on wood, everything's been running fine.
Yep. Yeah, I got to do that.
I use DaVinci Resolve 17. I delete everything as I go. I don't have any of my old videos. When I went to make that short, I had to ask Doc how to download one of my YouTube videos to get the footage back. I delete it all as I go. And I haven't figured out how to save on my DaVinci, so I have to just exit off, and it says, "Do you want to save?" And I like, yep. So I turn it on and off, but it helps my computer anyway.
Yeah.
And yes, I have sat out here in the groove and been way into the middle of work, and my computer just go, DaVinci not responding, and lost everything I just did because I forgot to shut it off.
Yeah.
But
that's basically what mine was doing.
Yeah, I learn as I go. I'll sit down and watch some YouTube videos on tricks to do with DaVinci, and then my next 2 or 3 videos will have those tricks in it. Then you'll notice I learned something new, and the next couple of videos will have that in it. I just kind of learn as I go. So what'd you catch that fish on, Rob?
On a wild shiner.
Wow.
I was freelining the shiners in those thick pads.
Okay.
So 50-pound braid, put a shiner on, let it swim down around in there until something eats it, and then just pray that it all works out.
Okay, I hate to admit it.
It's at one point you don't even where your line went originally, but you don't know what path the shiner took. He could be back under the boat for all you know, and I hook them, I tail hook them with a hook backwards, with the barb pointing towards the tail.
All right.
And let them swim around. If you put too much pressure, if you get swimming around, you still feel him twitching and stuff, you're okay. But if he gets going, swimming around some stuff, and you can't feel him anymore, and you pull back, you wind up catching a lily pad most of the time. And as soon as you go to really fight with him, the shiner's gonna come off, and you'll lose the shiner. So
we don't know a lot about shiner fishing. I want you to get some shiners, meet us, Headwaters or Donkey Land. I want to go with you and learn how to shiner fish.
Yeah, that'd be
it's fun, but you kind of need some open. Like Donkey Land has so much grass and hydrilla that, like when I use them, what I prefer to do, especially if I'm fishing by myself, is I'll take shiners with me, and I'll go like say the south end of Stick Marsh or something where there's a little bit of grass but not a lot.
Right.
I'll put one under cork out behind the boat and just drift it behind the boat. I'll keep fishing artificial in front of me.
Right.
I'll be throwing chatterbait, plastic worms, swim bait, whatever, but I'll drag that shiner around behind the boat under a cork, and he's being dragged around by his nose up at the top, and it's real vulnerable. And they'll key in on him and just come. You'll see him knocking the shiner up out of the water.
Right. What if we get a little boat with a little small motor and our boat or something? We'll meet at Donkey Land. We'll go over to that little pond right beside Donkey Land and shiner fish that thing. They say it's full of monsters. It's deeper and open. Yeah, it's deeper. It's like a pond. It's deeper and open.
Are you talking about that little place that you were showing me the last time we were there? That's over on kind of like to the north of the road, right?
Yeah, across the rocks right there. When you're going out, you can see it over the rocks.
Backwoods Hillbilly. It's a beetle spin bass if I ever saw one. I didn't get back to that video. I did watch the first half of that video where he was talking about how you don't go looking for a bass like that with a beetle spin.
Right. a damn spinner bait ain't nothing but a beefed up beetle spin. So
Yeah,
that's all it is, you know. And I have, you know, put swim baits on the end of a spinner bait, you know, just same principle.
yep.
What's Skeeter Lake? What did I miss about Skeeter Lake?
Is that what it's called, Kenny? Is that the name of that lake that's up there? Is that what you're referring to?
I used
it. Wow. All right, so here's what we'll do. If Kenny's rumors if the rumors Kenny is hearing are true, we'll take the John boat I got. I don't know if all four of us can fit in it. We might end up swimming, but we can take the John boat and try it.
Hey, I'm used to sinking boats.
Yeah, we're falling out of them.
No bigger than that place is. Me and Lindy will stand on the dock. You just take our damn
take the line out.
Yeah, take the balloons and all with you and just chunk them somewhere while you're at. It's not that big.
Like that jack wagon that could have checked our lines last time we went crappie fishing that got so dang close to the front of the boat.
Yeah, he was trying to watch our bobbers.
Yeah, Kenny said that's the name of it, Skeeter Lake.
Skeeter Lake.
Well, we'll have to try that. I think we should make that a plan.
Yes. But yes, congratulations, Rob, on the Big 10. I mean, that's awesome. Classic.
That's my new my old PB last year was like 10.5.
Right.
So I beat that by a little bit, and so now that I've got I did not hold the record, the boat record for the blue boat. My cousin got a 10.13 out of my boat.
Right.
So I still not quite lived up. She still got me by a couple ounces, but now that I've got a different boat, there's a new boat record. Now the boat record's 10.10. So
there you go.
We got to see if we can get somebody fishing with me to beat 10.10.
Yeah, I got boat record ours in bass, which is 10.6, but we have drug some pretty big redfish over the side of that. Hell, that stingray that stung me, that thing probably weighed 40 pounds. I mean, it was the size of my truck hood.
Yeah.
We had it up on the bow of the boat. So there's been some crazy fish. Lindy had about a 5-foot shark up against the boat in 2 foot of water rolling, and I was trying to figure out how to pick it up and take a picture. I mean, that was before I got stung by the stingray. After that, I just cut stuff off, you know, to go be free.
It don't come in the boat anymore.
Yeah, we don't touch skates. You know, I used to could tell the difference in a skate and a stingray. Once that one laid me up, no, they're all stingrays. Let them go.
They're all stingrays at this point. We caught a big one down the last time I went down with my friends down to a marathon, and we were on their boat, and we were right there by the 7 Mile Bridge, and we were fishing at night, and it was cool. The kids were catching ballyhoo out of the back of the boat with the nets. I mean, they were just coming up to the light, and they were just netting. And we had some ballyhoo out and some stuff on the bottom and stuff, and all of a sudden one rod just clicked over. I jumped on it, and I mean, it literally felt like we had hooked the base of the 7 Mile Bridge. I mean, and I started realizing, I'm like, no, it's picking up line. We're sitting there. It took 3 of us, 3 grown men, to sit there and try and yank this sucker up off the bottom. Yeah. And when it came up, you talk about the size of a truck hood. I mean, it literally was bigger than a truck hood on the truck that we drove down there. I mean, that thing was massive. And I mean, they just stick right to the bottom. It's hard to
suction cut. Yeah, they suction cut.
Yeah, we caught one like that.
We just would let the line go slack and kind of wait. They'll think, you know, you can feel them. They'll kind of give up on the pressure and then just lay back again.
Yep.
It was the size of a Volkswagen hood.
Yeah, that thing, and it hurts, man. It hurts.
See, I ain't never been stung by one, because when we pulled that one up to the boat, he was wrapped up in the line, and we're just like, we tried to find as much line as we could to cut him off, you know, so it wouldn't be, you know, so I mean, that was it. We weren't pulling him in the boat. No, sir.
Here's a medical tip. You ever get stung by one, put hot heat on it.
Heat on it. We learned that there. I mean, as soon as you get stung, dude, it will, like I said, I got a full hit, you know, in the knee. We got it on video somewhere. Not people get them in the hand fishing. No, this got his barb out the net, turned it, and I mean, gave me the full straight on bam in the thigh.
Ooh.
before Lindia could pull the camera down and look up, you can hear my fat ass fall out in the boat, dude. It just blinded me, and I just passed out in the boat. And then it quits hurting. I got up and I was like, oh God. I said, now I looked down, there's a big old gash in my leg. I said, let me drive. She goes, no. I said, let me drive. It'll keep my mind off my leg. Let's get to the boat dock. Because it had kind of quit hurting. I remember putting my life jacket on and clicking it one time, and then here it come again, and I was out again. Next time I woke up, Lindy was driving. We're going up the Intercoastal Waterway. I'm laid over against her. I opened my eyes up, and I was like, can we not go faster? This is with the old motor. And she was like, we're going as fast as we can. I was like, okay. And I just blacked out again. It's bad business.
Yeah. A buddy of mine got stung. We were out fishing the flats over here by Munyon Island. And hey, M&K, hey, doing redneck things off the grid. But we were fishing off of Munyon Island, and he had hooked up on a bonefish, which is really odd for as far north as we are, and these flats were up here by me. And we were in this area, and he ended up getting out of the boat to chase the bonefish. Right. So he gets out, and we're on this little sandbar, and Ray just got him right in the ankle. And he ended up blacking out once. And then we just said, all right. And luckily we were literally, maybe 100 yards from the ramp, where from the ramp to where the flats were, it's literally like right there. So I just pulled him in the boat, started up right over. He ended up being all right. He didn't get like gashed. It was a smaller stingray. I don't know how big the one that got you was, but it was a smaller one.
Size of my truck. It broke a big giant saltwater net getting it up in the boat. It was huge. Okay, let me tell you one more quick funny part of it. I looked down and see the big gash in my leg. It made a freaking hole in my knee. So my thought, saltwater, we're about 2 foot of water. I was like, saltwater, that would be good for it. I just bail out of the boat. And I'm literally laying my head on the boat, my body's in the water, and I'm about half conscious. Well, Lindia won't put the stingray back in the water because I'm in the water. She just figures it wants some more of that. So
I was worried about him being in the alligator.
Yeah, she was scared I'd pass out. She couldn't get my fat ass back in the boat. So she's screaming, get in the boat. And dude, I crawl up in the boat, I'm just barely conscious. I look up, and Lindy is trying to get this stingray out of this broken big ass net. She's kind of flipping it. She does that 2 or 3 times. She kind of looks around through stingray, net, everything, just boom, threw it all off in the water. Jumped back, crawled, cranked the boat up, and we were gone. She was trying. It was stuck in there, and with the net all broke, she was just, and like I said, she just threw it. Said, whatever.
Buy a new one.
Oh, the net was gone. That poor stingray, like I said, I'm assuming he got out of there. If not, I really, frankly, don't care right now,
Yeah, at that point, he stung you. Screw him.
Oh, dude. And then my buddy met at the ramp to take me home. They were EMTs and boat captains. They had to clean the barbs out. But we called on the phone, and he's going to meet me at the boat ramp. Now, that guy, God rest his soul, he's the guy we spread his ashes.
He's down at 7 Mile Bridge.
Under him and his wife both are under 7 Mile Bridge.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that story. All right.
But anyway, known the guy for 35 years. Everybody who knew him, don't give him alcohol. He's one of them guys, You get him drinking, your hands are full. They get me to the boat ramp. I'm barely conscious. Rambo puts me in his truck, and in my haze, all I could do is smell beer. I noticed some son of a gun is about half drunk. I was like, oh, my Lord. And I'll bet 20 times going to his house, I was like, dude, all I need is to get in a damn car wreck. Slow down. Yeah, he passed he lived there at Topsail Island, a little small rinky-dink town. Everybody knew him. He worked at the gun shop, sold all the guns to cop. We passed a town cop. We were running probably 100 in that old big Dodge Ram. Dude, we blew by this cop. And all I know to do was just lay my head on the window and let him see how bad I hurt. So I just kind of drooled up on the window, and we just rolled right on by. But dude, They put me in a jacuzzi. That's what they told me is hot heat takes care of it. His wife fills up this tub with hot. Let me go in there and soak. I mean, she was a big old mean girl. Loved her to death, but drill sergeant. Fills this tub up, puts me in it. Well, as soon as I get in there, dude, the pain is just gone. I mean, it's instantly just gone. So I laid in there about 30 minutes. You know, we had a hotel room right down the road. You know, at that point, all I wanted was to go to a hotel room. Yeah, I was done for the day. I come walking out of there, the bathroom. She's like, "What are you doing? You're supposed to be in there 2 hours." I'm like, "I'm good, Tammy. I'm ready to go to the hotel room." She said, "Okay, let me put a bandage on." Dude, she starts wrapping it, and I can feel the pain coming. I mean, I feel it coming. I try to toughen it out, man. I'm sitting there in that chair like, I'm okay. I start falling out, and she had to go run another tub of hot water, and that water was about 30 degrees hotter the second time she dumped me in that water.
She was more mad because you let all that water
Yeah,
out.
she was mad because I let all her water out.
Another story, though, to that one was at the hotel room when we checked out.
Oh, let me tell it.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been stung by stingrays. They give me all this medicine, dude. We get to the hotel room. I roll up in the sheets, and I'm just dead. I mean, I'm dead. About 3 in the morning, I wake up sweating. I guess the poison. I learned later stingrays have 11 different kinds of poison they give you. Anyway, I wake up sweating. That knee had started seeping during the night. Dude, the next morning, it looked like I had killed a goat in that bed. I'm telling you, it was bad. It was bad. So what do you do in a hotel room and your sheet looks like, I killed a hooker or something in there. So I literally rolled this sheet up in the corner and just rolled it up a ball and just kind of stuck it in the corner, dude.
That'll be fine. Yeah, that won't look like you're covering up anything. Yeah, just roll up the bloody sheet in the corner. Throw that back there.
I mean, how could you even call the desk and say, because if you tell them you did it, you're buying something. You know, them Wabi Dobs going to make you buy something. Whoever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm telling you, like I said, it looked like it was bad. But woke up in the middle of the night, sweating. Oh, that was a bad, stingrays are bad business. I'll give them credit.
Yeah, I can just imagine. I remember how bad a shape my buddy was in when he got stung by that. That one was maybe about that big around. That was it.
Yeah, it's bad.
And he said, luckily I got him home and stuff, and he was all right. He didn't pass out or nothing on the way home, as I was driving him. But he said throughout the night, he just kept waking up, and he said it was bad. But
yeah, I don't know if y'all noticed, if you can see it. That's a stingray barb. My buddy, when I got stung, he got that necklace made. It's made after a stingray barb. There's only 2 of these necklaces that I know of, and his daughter has one. He was wearing one when he died. Yep. Lost it for like a week and a half and just found it in the backyard, just walking down my mom's driveway. Looked down, like, there you are. Yeah. Well, okay.
Peacock bass.
Peacock bass. Shiner told us about the 10-10. Doc, fill us in on some of these peacock bass everybody's been catching. Good night, Kenny.
Good night, Kenny. Good luck tomorrow.
Yes, good luck tomorrow. Catch a big one. It's supposed to rain. It's like a 60% chance of rain, I think. Good.
Probably gonna get rain up in Kissimmee a lot sooner because we're supposed to get it about like 2-3 o'clock down this way, down in Palm Beach County. So it's probably going to be raining up there probably early afternoon. So I'd get an early start.
Kenny's
Sunday's
tough.
Be good though. Sunday's supposed to be real nice.
Yeah. Is that a hint, Doc?
I don't know. Maybe.
Would it work? Would a hint work?
Would a hint work?
We never know.
My father-in-law wants to go out Sunday. So.
I can't. I got Hiram coming in Sunday afternoon for the 3-day charter. He's gonna stay here. So.
Oh, he's gonna stay with y'all. That's cool.
Yeah, hell, that's all my videos. Hiram and Coach when they come down here.
Yeah.
Coach can't come, so it's just Hiram, and he was gonna get a hotel room. I was like, since it's just one of you, come here and hang. Just.
Our rain's will be here.
But it's Grumpy Hiram. Remember the one that stays grumpy and throws the fish back in the water?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to cheer him up on this one.
Crankin' and Yankin wants to know how far are we from
Frostproof.
Frost. I don't even know where that's at.
It's in Polk County. It's not too far outside of Lakeland.
Oh, okay. All right.
So-
So I would say I'm probably about 2.5, 3 hours from there.
I'm about 2 then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or yeah, I'm probably closer to 3. You're probably closer to 2. Depends on
He's
how
what,
fast.
an hour. He's not but an hour from Donkeyland.
Yep.
Frostproof, Florida. Thought that was all of it.
I was gonna say, isn't that the whole state? Well, everything's south of Daytona.
Okay, let's get to it. Mr. Peacock, tell us about these peacock bass we've been catching. Anybody that doesn't, most of the world doesn't get to catch peacock bass.
Yeah. No, we've been having some good luck catching the peacocks, and I'm glad you guys were able to come down. What was it, last week? And get on them. I was
Yes.
that made me really happy to get you all your first peacocks. That was
Dude,
really cool.
In that video, me and Lindy, I think the best part of our video with you is after she catches her peacock, when she turns there to give you the high five, right before the hug you had to have, which
Yep.
isn't in the video. But the smile on your face right there is priceless.
The biggest smile.
I mean, it's a big old cheesy, like I did
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Fish.
Well, no, because we've been talking about getting Lindia on a peacock for a while. We tried it that one time at Ida, and then when we got out to Lake Ida, it was just chocolate milk water, and the conditions were awful, and we got nothing. And so we've been trying so long to come down, and finally found a good spot. So we it was nice. It made me feel really good to see you guys get your first peacocks after, we've been talking about it for, my gosh, forever, and getting you guys on them. So I was overjoyed to get you guys on them. That made my trip. I could have caught nothing the entire day and been as happy as I was all day.
That's how we're gonna feel when you catch an 8 pound, something over 8 pounds in the boat.
I hope so. I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to get one of those over there at Donkey Lane or Headwaters.
I'm thinking a 10-11 will be just big enough. Just big enough.
A 10-11. Yeah, so the peacock bass, I don't know if you guys that are in the chat or anything have ever caught any of them, or Rob, have you caught a peacock yet, or?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it's on the list.
We talked about taking him down there.
Yeah, you got to get down there. But yeah, no, it was peacocks are really cool, and they're starting to make their way up the waterways towards where I am, because I'm in Palm Beach County, and I'm actually in northern Palm Beach County. So I'm not like down south near like Delray, Boca, and all that. I'm actually further north. And when the FWC introduced the peacock bass into the water chains back in '84, it took them a while to kind of get going. They introduced them to start eating a lot of the exotic, cichlid type fish. And actually the peacock are a cichlid type fish. They're considered a cichlid, but they introduced them to start controlling that population and also eating the spotted tilapia. So, it took them a while to kind of really get going, and they started really catching on as like the sport fish and stuff, because they fight like crazy. Linda, and John, now that you've caught one, they fight different than a largemouth. They really do.
Yes. It's just, they're angry. They jump and grab it quick.
Yeah, and we were talking about it when we were out there, and you guys, if you've watched Small Water's video of the three of us out there on the water when we caught all those fish, and then I'm getting ready to post mine up on Monday night, Monday at 4. Just the way that the peacocks go after your bait, especially subsurface or top water, they're just they're just more aggressive than the bass. A bass will come out of top water and swipe at it one time, and that's pretty much it. Like one hit wonder. They'll come in and boom. If they don't get it, they move on. A peacock they will literally follow that bait to the boat. They'll keep coming. If you keep working it fast enough, they will keep coming at it, and they'll eventually try and get it. And they're just aggressive as all get out.
Very aggressive. Very aggressive.
Yeah, and they're and I've heard a lot of guys up north compare like a peacock to a smallmouth, the way a smallmouth fights. Now, I've never caught a smallmouth, so I wouldn't know the comparison there. So I don't know, like maybe some of you guys that are a little bit further up north or have caught some smallmouth could kind of speak on that, as how the smallies fight. But the peacocks are just stupid aggressive. They are just crazy, and they're fun fish to catch. And a lot of guys down here will say, you can't catch them on artificials, but we've been catching them on artificials, and that's all that we really use. But shiner, they say the best bass or the best bait to use for the peacock bass are shiners, little shiners. Yep.
And for those other fish, those clown knife fish.
And the clown knife fish, yeah, which I've never caught one of those. In a previous video, my father-in-law ended up catching one. Now, he caught his on a rattle trap and just rolling it through, and that thing nailed it.
Remember the one that came up at mine and it smacked my rod against the boat?
It whipped the line. It was.
Yeah, I have no doubt that was a clown knife that hit that lure, Lindia.
Oh, wow.
Because slack line.
Yeah, because you had slack line, and it hit and it just said pop. That had to be a clown knife.
Yeah.
I almost jerked it out of my hands.
The
kids, outdoor fanatics.
The kids from Island Life have a couple of videos out because they catch a lot of peacocks down there, and they just run up to the canal and throw the cast net and whatever little brim, cichlids, anything about that big. Yep. They just walk out there and free line them, and they just eat everything you throw in front of them.
Yeah, he caught it on a rattle trap. That cranking and yanking, talking about the rattle trap. That's what your father-in-law caught that clown knife fish, was a rattle trap.
Yeah, and I've caught a peacock on a rattle trap too. It is, yeah, anything that resembles any kind of small bait fish, they will crush. Any type of lure that resembles a minnow, or like little jerk baits, like what we were using. We were using the Zoom Fluke, just a soft plastic jerk bait, or a little crank bait. They will crush. All right, Tubby. We'll see you later, man. But yeah, no, they're fun fish. They don't get huge, like a bass, largemouth bass does. I think the state record, I believe, was what, like 9 pounds. Yeah, like 9 pounds is the state record here in Florida. Biggest one caught was 12.6 in Venezuela. They only live about 6 years. They only live, according to what I've read about them, they only live about 6 years. And I did find out, Lindia, that we were talking about when we were catching the fish with the humps on their head.
Mm-hmm.
When you call like a lot of people call them knot heads.
Yeah.
Because they get that knot on their head, and what that is much like some of the other cichlids. They get that knot on their head. It's called a pneumococcal knot, or a pneumococcal hump. Sorry, it's a pneumococcal hump. And what that is they develop that hump when they are in a male is in a reproductive cycle. So when they start to kind of spawn and they get into that reproductive cycle, that's when they start to get that knot on their head, or that pneumococcal hump. And
so it comes and goes away.
Yeah, so the ones that we were catching, or the ones that we were like looking at the knot on the head, those were all males, and it makes sense because they're getting ready to spawn. They spawn from April to September, so it's a pretty long spawn for them, and they peak in May through June. So the peacock bass fishing should get really good here in the next couple of months. and they actually both parents, both the male and female peacock bass, will guard the fry. So they'll both stay on the bed.
Well, our chores are going to be done soon, so we plan on doing a whole lot more peacock fishing here soon.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Knotheads. That's what we call hillbillies around here. That's what Crankin and Yankin said.
Yeah. That's what we call our youngest daughter too. Jamie's our knothead. Also Fizz Gig from the Dark Crystal. Y'all know what that is?
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
She gets some sometimes, so she gets called Fizz Gig too.
Who's a Fizz Gig?
Who do we call Fizz Gig?
Jamie.
Jamie.
Yeah, but one thing I did read about the peacocks, the biggest one that they have on record that was caught. Now it wasn't officially, tagged as a record because it didn't get official, but it was 25.5 inches, and that was the length of it. But they never got a weight on it.
Yeah.
Hey Doc, hold that thought real quick. Backwoods is leaving. He says, "Okay, guys, I'm done driving. I got an off-topic question. I've been wanting to ask what y'all's opinions on live scope. I really don't care. I mean, I think it'll help some people. It'll hurt some people. I mean, it's just another gizmo that comes and goes, So I don't. Doc, what's your opinion?
I really don't have one on one. I mean, how many times do you and I and Lindia use the depth finder or anything like that when we're on the boat? We really don't.
Right, but we're in 2 foot of water. That's what I'm saying. I got a pretty cheesy.
Now I will say this. I will say this. If we were doing tournaments, okay, if we were doing tournaments and we were making our money, doing tournament fishing, then I mean, everybody else out there has live scope. All these tournament anglers and everything, they have live scope. So again, keep up with the Joneses. You gotta have the latest and greatest to kind of keep up. And if you don't, then maybe that guy has that other guy has an advantage over you. So to tell you the truth, though, I haven't done enough research on it or really looked at it enough to really make a hard opinion on it. I mean, I would say if I was doing tournaments, and then I'd probably invest in it, put it on my boat, just kind of keep up.
Right. Now I watched the video guys crappie fishing, and some people whining about it, some people not, but I say, hell yeah. I mean, if you can pull up to a group of trees and look in front of you and say, well, there's 10 on that one and 4 on that one. If I'm out there catching crappie to eat, I'm going to the one with 10. I mean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean.
Rob, what do you think?
You still got to know what you're looking for, too. I'm in the Stone Ages. I've got an old Lowrance 5 HDI that I use it more for navigation than anything.
Yeah, that's all I use. Yeah, that's what I use mine for.
First thing I do when I get to a new lake is drop a waypoint on the boat ramp so I know where the hell I'm going to get home.
That's what I do. I leave. If you look at ours, I'm either looking at the water temperature or navigation. And anybody that watches our videos, you know what a Florida depth finder is. It's not real deep. It's only to the third eye,
Yeah. Yep.
You got real deep.
You take the pole and you dunk it down.
And yes, Cranking and Yanking, I watched your live scope video. I remember you had the little fish catching game out there on your boat like it was a live scope, running a little string around it, trying to get the little nippy fish. I saw that. But on my opinion, you got Roland Martin and his son, Scott Martin. Great fishermen. Scott looks down at a screen all day. Roland looks at the water all day. They both catch a lot of fish. I mean, some people read a graph, some read the water. It's just fishing. When it boils down to it, a fish got a damn brain about the size of your little finger, and he's going to bite or he's not. It's really no rocket science.
Yeah, I think it does, like I was saying, for the tournament guys and stuff like that, maybe it does pay off a little bit to have that extra set of eyes down in the water to see, okay, hey, yeah, there is 10 fish sitting off that lay down.
Right.
And
It don't make them bite.
Let me cast over that way when, but then again, I grew up not using one. I don't use one. I mean, on our boat, same way like you, John. It's like I use it for GPS. I use it to see how deep the water is, and I use it to see what the water temp is.
I think it would piss me off, like at Donkeyland. What do they say live scopes can see? What? Let's say 50 foot in front of the boat. I'll about guarantee you pick anywhere in that lake, and within a 50-foot circle, you have at least a 5-pounder close, probably bigger.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, don't forget, you can't really differentiate species either. I mean, there's something big. You're going on your intuition, I guess, as to whether it's suspended or low. Is it a catfish? Is it a mudfish? Is it a bass? Grouping and behavior and stuff. That's cool. I do use mine a little bit for, especially if I'm in something that's over 4 or 5 feet deep. Do I have some vegetation down there? Am I just clear hard bottom? That sort of thing. Underhill's over 20 feet deep.
Right.
Some of them are deep. Most of them are not. Most of them, even at headwaters, 1 minute you're in 4 feet of water, the next minute you're drifted into some kind of hole and it's like 20 feet deep.
But still not. Yeah, but still 90% of my fishing's in the top 2 foot of it. I don't care if it's 2 foot or 15 feet. I'm fishing the top 2 feet.
Yep.
If it wants it lower than that, it's just going to have to miss it. I mean, I'm not going after it. Yeah. But
I don't know if they're outlawed in tournaments or not. I hadn't heard that.
There's so many of them.
And see, then you got the point. Even in a tournament, you pull up and you can see a big fish. Then you have to weigh it out. Is it worth me spending the time trying to catch this big fish or move on? I mean, I think once it goes to Major League Fishing type tournaments, it's just going to be go, 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 go. It won't matter. It's fish.
All right, doing redneck things off the grid. Have a good dinner. Thank you for stopping by. God bless you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
And as far as the actual, the big tournaments, BASS, Major League Fishing, Live Scope is throwing sponsorship money at some of these guys. Yeah. They're not going to not let them use a product that's, making big money for the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And yes, Reef Robber, I agree. I love watching multiple videos from the same trip. When I watch Doc's, Doc will tell you he has to watch our videos to see himself fish.
I did.
We don't ever, you don't see yourself fish till you watch somebody else's video. So
and then the same thing will happen on Monday when I post my video of our trip when you guys were catching your peacocks. You guys will get to see more of you than you did in your videos because I got a bunch of footage of you guys.
Right. And see, I didn't have footage of the big fish Lindia lost when we went with Rob. So I'm glad he had that footage. So
yeah, because I didn't see that in y'all's video, and you had told me about that. And then when I watched Rob's video, I saw, you can see right there by the trolling motor. I mean, that flash is ridiculous. And
something else y'all didn't see was my little hissy fit.
Yeah, the hissy fit. Oh, she pouted for a good little bit on that one.
Did you really?
Yeah. You didn't get to see it, though.
Never pout.
Oh, she pouted up for a good little bit.
You're normal, like, God dang it, they just kind of went on, let's get back out there.
Yeah. But I guess we'll know we made it when us Florida YouTubers get picked up for a TV show. They can take all our footage, put it together, and make one really nice TV show.
There you go.
Everybody's angle. I'd like to see all of them edited together. That'd be cool. That's when Ranger's going to give me my new 10 boat to drive. That's my plan. Ranger's going to give me a 10 boat to drive. That's my point.
Y'all were talking earlier about that killing and all of that guy that went fishing and those 3 guys that came. Well, in Florida, you are allowed to carry a gun if you're going fishing or hunting in your bag. Concealed.
Yeah, you can carry it in your toolbox or your
open carry.
Right.
You can open carry on the way to and from.
Or concealed.
Right, but fishing, they say you can have it. I mean, it can be concealed, like packed in your tackle box. Or something.
Fishing, you can have it in your tackle box, or
if you're going to be alone, take a gun.
Yeah, take a gun.
Yep.
I did have to shoot a snake. We had a snake that was bound and determined it was getting in the boat. I mean, it was getting in the boat. I'd hit the trolling motor and take off, and it would just.
Sharpshooter.
Yeah, I got that thing. Bam, bam. We took care of the gun. We took care of the snake.
Oh, because that was when that was up by that murder that you guys were talking about, where those they ambushed those 3 guys, right?
Yeah. That's what we talk about at Donkeyland. That's when we come up to the ramp and I get my bag out to go to the truck. There's more than me just carrying my bag to the truck.
Mm-hmm.
When I go to unlock it, I mean, my gun's laying on the top of the truck. Because if somebody wanted to get a vehicle, I mean, that's in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
And if the only good thing, you're not going to catch just somebody hanging out because it's too far to drive to just hang out. If they're there for a purpose. That's a long drive to get there.
Yep.
And we have 2 different times we've got sketched out by somebody. I mean, it's you pull up there to get out, and it's only us and 1 truck. No trailer. Guy gets out, comes walking. Oh yeah, I'll unzip the duffel bag in a heartbeat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The details on that deal in Frostproof were really kind of crazy and chilling.
Yeah, they were.
They followed them from a convenience store out to the.
No, it was spot. Excuse me. It was it wasn't a Dollar General or something like that.
Yeah, Dollar General. Yes.
Yeah.
And they knew each other.
Yeah, well, the one guy that was in Dollar General buying bait to go fishing said at the counter, "Hey, I'm going out so-and-so to meet my buddy and go fishing."
Right.
And the guy in line behind him had a beef with the guy he was fishing with.
Right.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over a truck engine or something, and over a motor. And followed him out there and killed all 3 of them. Killed the 2 guys in 1 truck, and killed the guy that he was after.
And that one kid had time to call his daddy and say, "Come out here, something's going to happen." So his daddy shows up. That's who found him. He come out there and they were already dead and gone.
Yeah.
No, he called his dad after he got shot.
Oh, was it after he got shot?
Yeah, it was after. It was after.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was after.
It happened in a heartbeat.
That whole thing was just awful. Just
It
awful.
was horrible.
The only good thing out of it is that sheriff. Man, I love Grady.
Grady,
Yeah, he's the man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is he not awesome?
He is the best sheriff I've ever seen.
All right, something better. Reef Robber is going to do a collab with somebody. Yeah, that'd be great. And have you noticed Reef Robber's channel? He's like at 650 something. He has blown flat up. He's on that deadliest catch, I guess. They're on that catching crabs.
You heard about that all the way out there? Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. It was sad. I mean, it was all over. Just something. Can't remember if it was a truck motor or if it was an actual truck. Like it was a sale of a truck or something. It had something to do with a truck.
Something about the truck, and he had sold the motor out of it or something.
Yeah, it was. I mean, just something stupid. It's something absolutely stupid.
Not worth a lot. Yeah.
No, but that's what I mean, those guys were all hopped up on drugs. Those ones that
it took about 3 days to figure it out and put them in jail.
Yep.
No, don't quote me, Reef Robber. Come on now, that 6 something was just off my. Hell, if you're at 624, I think I did good getting that close.
I was gonna say.
I know it was 6 something. Yeah, don't quote me on that.
I'm not even at 270 yet.
And that's another thing I've noticed. Everywhere I go, I see Mr. Earl. He has jumped on the YouTube, our little clique here. And I mean, I see him everybody's
That's
live.
what it was back when you accused him of stealing his motor. Yep, you're right. Sorry to cut you off, and I was looking at the chat. He accused him of stealing the motor. Then it turned into a whole big thing. Just sad. Absolutely sad.
The moral of the story: carry a gun.
Yeah, everybody's crazy. Everybody's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Green.
Now the first time I met y'all, did you have yours on you?
Yes, it's in my fishing bag. I have it. It was in the boat with Shy. Yeah, there's a gun. All 24/7, 365, yo. Oh, and you got the once over before you got. I mean, dude, that's not what worries me. Somebody getting in my boat, I'm good. I got the hell. They should be worried about me. Didn't you say something about your wife, about you going fishing with somebody off the internet or something and taking you out in the middle of nowhere? Yeah.
She's like, you better bring the gun. I was like, I got it.
My wife's used to it by now. She calls everybody I'm fishing with my boyfriend.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
No, I told my wife the first time I was like, no, yeah, they're from Chobe. You know, I've talked to them a bunch of times. I was like, look, they sent me a picture of them with Roland Martin because that was right when you guys met Roland Martin out there at Headwater. Yeah. And I said, look, if I go missing, this is what they look like. I was like, so you'll be able to at least find the body, you know?
That's right. Yeah, oh no, they wouldn't find you on Headwaters.
No, there's big gators in all these places. So,
but see, we'd be screwed at Headwaters. It takes pictures when you come in the parking lot.
Yes.
Well, they broke the flash on that deal. I don't know if they broke the camera yet, but they broke the flash on that.
Oh, yeah, I noticed it quit flashing. Yeah,
it quit because they smashed it.
Well, it would blind you when you come in there. I mean, the first couple times I was like, "What the hell was that?"
I know the first time I met y'all out there, and I was following y'all in. It was like what was that? Like,
yeah.
Did I do something wrong?
Yeah, that's the way we did it. It's like, did I hit something? You know, you're looking around like, what was that?
John. Turtle shot glass.
Well, Mr. Ringo, looks like somebody walked across your grave.
Well, Mr. Ringo, looks like you've seen a ghost.
All right, let's see here. We need to
speak. Hey, just to check this out. I don't know if you guys know, I'm a field staff member for Monster Bass, and they started sending they used to send them in the boxes. You know, like the tackle, you know, the mystery tackle box and all that stuff. They'd send them in the cardboard box. Well, now Monster Bass is sending them in a bag. So they're sending it in a zippable bait bag. I thought that was really cool. So like all the baits that you get every month, they're sending it to you now in a bag, resealable bag.
Yeah, cool.
Seems pretty cool. I mean, a little bit more, you know, reusable.
My pencils and my ruler in that.
Yeah, all you need is a shoulder strap, and that would be like a man purse.
A merce.
There you go.
It's my fishing merce.
Yeah, I'll put the link up there if anybody wants to jump up in the stream and add a story. We're always up for a story.
I thought that was really cool, though. It showed up today, and I'm like, oh, that's because I remember them throwing it out there that they were going to be starting to send the stuff out in reusable bags, and showed up today, and I was like, that's really cool. I mean, you know, as much as when we go out there on the boat, you know, with all the soft plastics and stuff that we use, instead of putting them in like a Ziploc or something like that, we can start using those.
Yeah.
And Monster Bass even gives you this fancy little label that you can write on.
Very practical.
Okay, so you're right on that you have swim baits in it, even though it's see-through.
Correct.
Yeah.
In case you're that stupid.
Yeah.
Like, what do I have in here?
Well, either way, it's better than a cardboard box that you got to throw in the recycle bin. You know, I mean, at least now you can put something in it.
Yeah, and I hear Monster Bass is trying to go carbon neutral by 2027.
Yeah.
That is a term that I just make.
What the frick does that mean? Amazon, we're going to be carbon neutral, and then FedEx is going to be carbon neutral. Yeah. How about here's an idea. How about you guys use more fossil fuels? Let's do that. I want my pizza with extra gluten. Can I order and my tuna non-dolphin safe? How about that?
I'll beat that. I want my pizza with green eggs and ham, Sam. I am. If we're gonna cross the line and be rebels now, come on, let's plug some of the Seuss on here.
I beg to differ, sir. We started a game we never got to finish. Backwoods Hillbilly. Had to get that one out there. So they give you a money bag now. That's awesome. Yeah, true. Actually, yeah, we could put money in this.
My daughter, who works at the casino, walked in the garage just yesterday and said, "Have you ever seen $1,001 bills?" I was like, no. She holds up, the make it rain. She had it all bundled up, but she had $1,001 bills. I was like, wow. I tried to get her to just throw them. She's like, no, I just counted this out.
Yeah, banded them.
She had it all banded up. Oh, she'll do that, man. She pays the power bill. That's her part of living here. And her mom will say, "You got the power bill?" And man, she'll come out and the stack of money will be 4 inches tall. It's like, say, $300. Oh, it's mostly ones and fives.
I don't care how it comes.
Yeah, Mama don't care.
Hey, it all spends the same.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Topwater Johnny Bass fishing. Welcome.
Topwater Johnny.
And she also has a jar.
John, I'm not sure if you know, but Topwater Johnny, he's also in Florida.
Yeah, I've seen him over on your channel some, yes.
Yeah, he's also in Florida.
That's cool.
Back in your stripper days.
I think I saw him over at Flo's once or twice. Florida Hillbilly.
Yeah, backwoods, but every place I danced, I had to give the damn owner 25% and the bartender 25%. So when I left, I only had then I had to pay the bar tab. And then that long-haired creepy guy in the back I owed $40 to would show up. And I'd leave with like 4 or 5 ones. So no, I didn't know. But the damn praise, the praise from the ladies was worth more money than that.
Backwoods Hillbilly said, "Don't mess with his dang glutens."
Yeah, glutens are good. I'm not sure what they are, but I know anything without it doesn't taste good. So glutens must be good.
Topwater Johnny Bass.
Topwater Johnny.
Okay, Johnny's over in Winter Garden.
Yeah, that's like 10 minutes from me.
Lindy had just asked what's his favorite topwater lure.
Oh my God! If you've ever watched Johnny's channel, it's all topwater. He tries some crazy topwater baits. It's awesome. It's awesome. I mean, it's all topwater.
Yeah, I'll have to watch this. Yeah.
I know, man. It was worth it, but I ended up with a gunshot wound. So.
Authentic gunshot hole.
An authentic gunshot hole in my shirt. So.
Yeah, no, Johnny does a great job reviewing the lures too. When he, when all of them. Johnny said all of them. Yeah, he does a great job with, he'll go out, he'll review the lures, and he'll fish with them. He'll come back. And one thing I think is genius that Johnny does is he will make modifications based on, kind of like the fishing conditions. So when he gets these topwater lures, and he'll get some obscure ones, like
Wait, Doc.
Stuff.
Wait, Doc, would Topwater Johnny like to jump up and tell us himself? Johnny, you want to join?
No, ask him. Yeah, ask him.
I'm trying to. If he does, I'll send him the link.
Johnny, you want to jump on?
Boom. That's got to be under pressure right there. He does. Everybody's looking. Boom.
Or I can hype you up, bud. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But
go ahead, Doc. If he does, we'll whoop him on up there. But he does what with him?
But what he'll do is, based on
okay.
There you go. All right, so I'll let Johnny explain what he does. But yeah, he got a great channel. Little over 3,000 subscribers.
Wow.
On Johnny's channel.
3.83K.
There you go.
Very cool.
So he's closing on 4K.
Yep.
I want to catch one on a Cheeto on top water. So
you've been trying to do that for a while.
I hadn't tried it yet. It's still in the planning stage. I keep saying it. I've been talking a good Cheeto bite. Here comes Johnny. Oh, I gotta say it. You know I'm gonna say it. Here's Johnny.
There he is.
There.
I keep saying it. Hey, top water. Here comes Will.
There we go. Johnny's got his hat on. That's my man.
Yeah, no. Now I'm official when I have the hat on.
Somebody's echoing. Turn off your YouTube, Johnny. Mute it.
There we go. Johnny's got his hat on. That's my man.
Yeah, no.
There we go.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Tell us a little something about your channel, Johnny.
It's all top water. Everything top water. You know, all I do is I fish top water year round because I live here in Florida. So I review all top water lures. And that's really what the focus of my channel is to catch them on top water. And there is no small bass when you're doing top water. They're all great.
They're all big blow up. That's what I tell people. I didn't move to Florida to feel one bump a worm on the bottom. I moved here to watch it go bam.
Right. That's what I do all the time. I'm just top water fishing, and then I order these lures, and I noticed no one ever, like, I always wanted to see some lures, and I wanted some guy to review it and show me, and then I figured out that I guess I'm gonna have to be that guy.
Yes.
And so I just started buying them and reviewing them.
Do you have a favorite color or a favorite lure?
Well, right now, one of my funnest is the Whopper Flopper 60.
Right.
That's probably that's a fun one because it just came out a while back.
Right.
But I love those crawler baits. Mega Bass's crawler baits, like the I-Wing and the I-Fly. I love those crawler baits too. So it's just a mixture. And then, like I said in the notes, I just got done reviewing the Guggen's Revolver top water lure.
Right.
I just saw that you posted that video. Now I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, so don't spoil nothing for me. But you want to talk about it a little bit.
I don't have an issue with the Guggen's. I don't personally, but people really don't like them. But I don't really have an issue with them. But they're like any other manufacturer now. They're just doing what they want to see other people do.
Right.
And I'm looking for unique, different type of lures.
Right.
Yeah. Cool.
But I reviewed it. Oh, and be on the lookout. I'm working on it right now. I'm doing my own review. I call it the Clash of the Top Water Titans. And I'm doing a review of Mega Bass's Gong and Chase Bait's Thrill Seeker.
That'll be good.
Wow.
Because one looks like King Kong and one looks like Godzilla, the lizard.
Right.
That'll be cool because that movie's getting ready to come out. That's good timing.
Yeah, so I'm trying to, just like you guys are, trying to grow the channel and trying to figure out how to grow.
Right.
I don't know what you guys have been doing yourselves, but I try to do a little bit of everything to try to grow it. And YouTube isn't always nice to us.
No, it is. It's fickle.
Yeah. And Yankee wants to know if you reviewed the bird lures yet.
Yes, Chase Bait's bird lure. Yep, I got it on my channel. I can't think of the name of that bird, but I've got it on the channel. I reviewed it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we fish like bruiser swim baits, but fish them on top. I call it like finesse top water. Click it along the grass, right. As Doc calls it. What do we call it, Doc?
Actually, I think I forgot who named it. It was somebody named it in the chat. It's called the tweak or twitch.
Yeah, and I just kind of do this freaky little twitch on top, and when I get to the edge of the grass, I'll let it sink a couple inches and back to top water. And we showed Doc how you can catch them all day in the heat of the day like that.
Right.
Now, Johnny, I wanted to. Yeah, I thought about you. And I'm glad you jumped on tonight because I thought about you because I just got the Monster Bass bag and I was just showing that a little earlier. I don't know if you were on when I was showing the Monster Bass bag. Now that they got the bag now for Monster Bass instead of the box.
Right.
And they sent this in it, and that is the Yappa Bug by Lunker Hunt. You tried that yet? Or have you seen that?
I haven't tried that. I don't really like that. I don't like that one. There are other jitterbug type lures that are better than that one.
Right.
And one of the bigger issues is the hookup ratio. Like when they design those insect lures, if that bug isn't soft enough, you don't get a great hook penetration.
Yeah, because those two hooks are in the back, if that's a harder plastic. Now, I haven't even taken it out of the box yet, so I have no idea how soft that is. As a matter of fact, we can do that right now. But I immediately thought about you when I saw this tonight. When I opened this up, I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder if Johnny's ever seen this one, because it just looked really. Yeah. So the whole thing, I mean, it feels very soft. I'm not gonna lie.
But look at how much hook ratio. Look how much hook penetration you have.
Right, because when you do this, let me put it that way. That's all you got right there.
And that's enough for a bass to throw it.
Yeah, because if I'm doing this right here, and that's more than likely where that bass's mouth is going to end up.
Right.
If you guys can see if we can do that there.
I'll be right back.
If you guys can see that there, it's barely getting past the barb of the hook.
Yeah.
So I see what Johnny's talking about there. But this is interesting looking bait. I thought now that I've pulled this out of the box, this is plastic. This is all rubber. I thought that was a hard plastic, but this is all rubber. But like Johnny's talking about, this right here, if that bass hits right there, you're barely getting past the barb of this hook. So I see what he's talking about with the hook ratio. You'll probably.
Yeah, what about putting a trailer hook on it? Yay, nay?
Yeah, you could put a stinger hook on it. Here is Lunker Hunt's Battle Beetle. I bought that one. That one just came out. And oops, let me see here. So you guys can see that right here.
Oh wow, treble hooks on the back of that.
And they put the treble hooks on the back for short strikes. Basically that's what they're figuring with this lure right here. Right. So this is the one that I bought versus the Yappa Bug, because I just kept saying that was my problem with it. And
now that's not going to handle grass very well, is it?
No, I wouldn't put that in the grass.
Yeah.
But
I know the edges, but if you overcast, it's going to get.
Yeah, but where them bass are being right now when they're striking at your.
And that short grass, yeah.
Now this right here is the Depth Slither K, and look, I want you to see how much hook is there.
Right.
Yeah, that's much more than that other one that I was just showing.
Right. When this compresses down, that's a lot of hook that's sitting there, it's gonna, and that's what I've learned about fishing with frogs, is that a lot of times, how we get excited and we swing for it when we first get that hit.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's a mess up. But then also, we're not really getting great hook penetration on some of these frog lures.
Right.
Right.
And so you really do have to hold and wait till that bass totally commits.
Yeah.
Because you're not getting great hook penetration. But so it's a little bit of both. You know what I mean? It's the fisherman, but it's also the lure.
Right.
Isn't built to get a good deep hook set like we really want. So that's some of the things that I started to discover. You guys also remember that one right there? I showed you that little bug right there.
Right.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was a great video. That thing was crazy.
I love those little insects, man. Those bass. Remember, they grew up eating insects.
Right.
So that's like a little dessert to them when they see one. So,
that's what I tell my clients. I have to tell them, don't set the hook. Just lay back. That's what. Just lay back. Let them do all the work.
Oh yeah. And so that's But I'm getting ready right now because we're in the pre-spawn.
Right. Yes.
So now I'm trying to and what they're doing to me, what I'm seeing them do. Maybe you guys can see something different. Like in the pre-spawn, they're like chasing underwater. You can see them swirling.
Right.
Yeah.
Wake up behind them.
Right. They're like waking and swirling behind them. So
what I'm trying to do is throw weight baits that look like minnows right now.
Right.
You know, and I'm still fishing a little bit of frogs on top, but I'm really trying to throw minnows that are more weight bait like.
Right.
Because there's. Go ahead.
Kind of the way we're fishing our swim baits, like weight baits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing here. I watch you guys. And don't let that lady fool you over there, man. She's tough, man. She can catch them, man. She can catch them.
I live it day in and day out. I know, man. She runs the front of the boat.
Get some more water here. Yeah, no. The first time I went fishing with John and Lindia, he's like, "Y'all, you ready to get your butt whipped?" And I was like, all right.
Yeah, you thought I was talking junk. You thought it was about me, didn't you?
Well, no, I thought, that's the thing. I thought you were talking junk, like you were going to whip my butt. I didn't know you were talking about Miss Lindia.
I watched the video. She is the real deal. She's just like my wife. When my wife goes out, she can catch them when she goes out. So I'm just like, I'm out here every day. And she goes out there once in a while, and she can do it.
And the way I tell people, I'm the one saying, all right, baby, when we get to the end of this grass bed, we're going to go to the house if we hadn't caught one. 5 foot from the end of that grass bed, she'll catch like a 6-pounder. We're there for 2 more hours. I'm like, okay, we're going to do 10 casts. If we don't catch one in 10 casts, we're leaving. Okay. She'll catch one on the second cast. I'm like, dang it.
Wow.
Yeah, and if you'll watch, like you said, watching our videos, me and Doc are sitting down taking a break. She's catching a 3-pounder off the front of the boat.
I'd be there every day if I could.
Yeah, she would just fish.
And it happens all the time, too, because we'll sit there and, we'll be fishing. And, John will say something like, all right, let's get ready to move spots. And Lindy will be like, all right, couple more casts. We don't catch another one. And then sure enough, the minute he talks about moving spots, the next cast, she's on a fish.
She's got a fish.
Yeah.
So we've got at least another half hour at that spot.
Hey,
Same with changing my color. As soon as I change color, I'll throw and catch one and go, oh, I got it figured out, and then not catch another one on that color.
Yep. Now, Johnny, that one that you were just holding up, was that the one you just did the latest video on before you did the Whopper Plopper one?
Yeah, that's called the Rock Hog.
Yeah, that was a cool video. That thing looked great in the water, and the way you had it modified with the weedless hook.
Right. Yeah, this one right here, you guys could fish it on top or bottom. I just kept it on top the whole time because I saw it from it was at the Hookup Tackle was selling it, and it just looked like a lure that could go across grass really, really well.
Right.
And you could play it both ways. If you wanted to, you could run it on the bottom and bounce it or across the weed beds. And I just turned it into a topwater lure.
Yes.
And it's really cool, John and Shiner. If you guys watch the video, you can see that thing. I mean, it wakes. It's a great little topwater bait. And I was thinking as I was watching, I was like, oh my gosh, you dragged that across the grass over at Donkeyland. Bam.
That's the thing. You guys fish where the big fish are. See, I don't have a boat, and I'm a bank fisherman.
Right.
I have to get it where I can, so I have to go walk around to lakes that are really pressured.
Right.
But because I'm always throwing something different, it seems like I'm the one catching them over the other guys around me because the ponds are just pressured where I fish at.
Right.
Stark Lake, Ivanhoe. You hit Stark Lake, I guess, a little bit, and probably Lake Ivanhoe, and
I'm also over in Claremont, and by the boat dock over there, and then definitely Winter Garden all over there, and so then I'm trying to fish also in Ocoee, trying to get up there too a little bit, and what else I got to show you guys? This is so much fun. I got to show you another one here. Look at that right there, y'all. That's what I haven't put out. I haven't put out in a while.
A dragonfly.
That is cool looking.
Oh, yeah.
That right there is there's a guy named Captain Ken. I don't know if you've ever seen his channel, but he catches absolute monsters on dragonflies like this. He's the one that designs and creates them.
Wow.
Talk about a fly on steroids.
Yeah, that's it.
Once again, I kind of got hooked up with him because, he was like saying, what do the bass eat? Dragonflies when they're grown up. And they never forget dragonflies, like when you're out on the water, if you see dragonflies, they're going to be bass around jumping for them.
Right. That's like at Donkey Land once a year, they get those giant grasshoppers, look like a cigar.
Right.
And the bass are just eating those up.
We seen the bass jumping at the birds.
Yeah, at Donkey Land, they'll jump at those coots.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Shiner, that sounds like a good collab trip. We'll bring Doc and we'll meet up here with Topwater Johnny, and we'll all meet like at Donkey Land one day.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's pretty close to y'all.
Yep.
I'm 10 minutes away. I'm in Lockhart.
That looks nice.
That's that.
Oh, that's the little beaver.
Yeah. That you could buy at Dick's Sporting Goods. I said, what a gimmick, but you never know. It's a whopper, and if you got a big enough bass, you never know.
Have you caught anything on that one, Johnny, or no?
I haven't caught it. I've had some followers that have come up on it and bumped it, but not committed because they're only about 1.5 pounds.
Right.
They're over ambitious. That's a big lure.
Yeah.
Have you tried the Grinch yet? That topwater swim bait hybrid thing.
The Grinch?
The Grinch.
I'd have to look that one up. I'm not sure.
The front's like a frog, a soft plastic, and you hook.
Oh,
like the back of a swim bait.
Yeah, I've seen that one before. Yeah.
Yeah, I have caught some nice fish on one of those.
And you had a good hook set on that?
Yeah, they were. Which, it was Headwaters Lake, so when they grabbed it, they wasn't letting go. It was just, that's a good lure.
Right.
Is that one that Hiram gave you, John?
Yes. Yeah, the one Hiram gave us that it's just, I fish it just like a swim bait, except I can't let it sink. I can let this one just stop and sit there.
Right. Okay.
They like it when you're hauling the ass over the grass and all of a sudden you just stop. And that's a. Did you see that Topwater Johnny where Shiner caught that 10-10 yesterday?
No, I didn't see that one. I'll have to check that one out.
At the beginning.
He hadn't made the video yet, but at the beginning of this live, he shows some pictures.
Okay.
I can.
Yeah, it was a beauty.
Yeah, no, it was it was ridiculous.
Well, they say that now is the time if you're going to catch the big ones.
Yeah.
The first one is when you're going to get them because they're building up. They're getting bulked up right now.
Now, are you noticing any of that where you are, Johnny? Are you noticing them starting to bed or starting to see some bigger fish come through?
I'm starting to see today. I was out today, and I kind of hooked into a couple of ones that were a little bit bigger, and that gave me a sign. Like I said, they swirl a lot. I can tell where I'm at. They swirl, and they're like chasing away things from their areas. They're not totally bedded. They're just swirling on things. And so I'm just kind of like noticing that, but maybe another week, or it depends on our weather, but maybe another week and a half, and they'll fully commit, because I was catching like 3 and 4 pound bass on top using a cicada bug this time last year before COVID hit.
Right.
So I was literally fishing a cicada. I mean, and they were rocking it. They were coming up, jumping out of the water, hitting it.
I know it sounds funny that when we went with Shiner, we caught 55, but it was a weird bite. They weren't just slamming it. We had a whole lot of, we'd fight it to the boat and just let go. Never were hooked.
Wow.
If they'd have been really aggressive, we'd have caught a lot more fish, but we all probably had 10 to 15 that just held it for a little while and spit it out.
Wow. Yeah, that's where, as you saw me, I start making modifications when that happens. When I start throwing it, I'm like, wait a minute.
I think it's a mixture. I think a lot have already spawned.
You think they've already spawned, Shiner?
A lot of them. You have some that may not have yet. There's fry everywhere. A lot of them have spawned already, but you probably have at least one more. The ones that haven't will probably spawn. You're coming up here in March.
Yeah, Mikey Balls, when he came to Headwaters, he swore to us at the ramp they had already spawned there.
I mean, you can look at with their bellies. Their bellies aren't real red and pink.
But they all don't spawn at the same time. It takes a couple months, so it'll be in and out. I don't care if they got tight bellies or skinny belly. Hell, I don't care.
They're just fun to catch,
Fishing is fun.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Well, very cool. We will definitely check out Topwater Johnny's channel.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me come on here. Like I said, I heard about it yesterday, so I wrote it on my calendar, but I was just getting done with dinner, and I thought, man, I missed you guys. And then all of a sudden I saw you were still on.
Right.
And I just said I had to come on and say hello, at least say hello. So I appreciate you putting me on the show. I appreciate that.
Oh, yes, sir. Much appreciated.
No, I'm ecstatic because I've been digging your channel since I started on YouTube, and I appreciate you, Johnny. You were one of the first people to sub to my channel and comment on the videos, and it's just really cool to have you on and get to talk to you face to face on camera, and So I keep up the great work, man. I'm gonna keep watching the videos, and everybody that's in the chat and everything. Make sure you guys subscribe to Topwater Johnny's channel. Watch what he does over there because he does some awesome stuff.
And don't give up. And don't give up, guys, on your channel as far as getting them monetized. It took me 8 months. Just so you know, it took me 8 months dropping 2 videos a week.
Right.
Okay.
To get to the 4,000 hours.
Right.
Just remember that, because what I found was our channels aren't like everybody else's. They have like gossip channels or entertainment channels.
Right.
We're out here fishing. So we got to fish and produce a video. So we can't cut movies like they do. So that's why it took me, like I said, it took me 8 months, 2 videos a week, and to get to reach 4,000 watch hours and finally be monetized.
Right.
Yeah, I remember, Rob, you were having a hard time getting monetized there for a little while too.
Well, yeah, that was an AdSense problem.
Was it? That's right.
Months to figure that out. That was an AdSense problem, but I finally got it figured out. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of live streams. If you get a good base of people hanging out with you like this, they'll watch a live stream for a lot longer than they'll watch a video.
Yeah,
so you got to do both. You got to keep making good content and being a good person, and having people that want to hang out with you. But if you keep consistently going live, whether it's one night a week or 2 or 3 nights a week, it takes both. But you'll get a lot more watch time per viewer on your live streams than you will on your videos you produce.
Right.
So you need both.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never did a live stream, but I just did it truly grassroots. 2 videos a week without fail every week. Week.
It's growing.
Us and Doc, I think, are just in it to show off these big ass fish we catch.
That should do the trick.
Yeah, listen, I got started. I was like, when the pandemic hit, I was bored, and if you know my background, I teach television and film production, and I love to film, I love to edit, and I love to fish. So I was bored, and I was like, I'm gonna go fish. I'm gonna film myself fishing. I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. And that was when I first started it, I didn't really kind of commit to it. I filmed a couple things, and then I really said, it was probably sometime, and I want to say June. It was like June of last year, where I said, all right, I really want to give this a shot. I really want to be involved in YouTube. I really want to kind of show people how to fish, the lures I'm fishing, the fish we catch down here in Florida, maybe help them get a little bit, more out of their fishing trips when they come down here, or just learn, something about lures in general and fishing down here in Florida in general. So I said, all right, I'm going to commit to putting a video up once a week. Right now that's what my time can afford, because I got 2 little girls, I got a family, and then I also, have to teach. So I was like, I'm going to commit to doing 1 video a week. And, I've been doing that since basically June of 2020. And I'm really happy with the way the channel's been progressing. I'm almost at 300 subscribers, but I've got to meet great people like you, Johnny, and you, Shiner, and John and Lindia, and just Cranking and Yanking and Backwoods Hillbilly and everybody in the chat. It's just been it's been awesome. I mean, I absolutely love it. And you're right, Johnny. It's not like anything else that really is on YouTube. You know, the fishing community, the hunting community, the trapping community that's here on YouTube. It's different. We're not a bunch of guys or girls sitting in, you know, a studio, sitting there telling people how they can make money on YouTube, and we can crank these videos out like this, and then everybody's going to watch them. You know, it's a certain type of person that's going to, you know, consume the content, and it's just a lot of fun being able to have these conversations and you know, hang out and have everybody just kind of learn something new about fishing and get better fishing and get the most out of their time on the water. You know, it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, well, absolutely. But that's just things that I've learned, and there are so many of us that have really awesome channels, but we just don't have the subscriber level, so we don't get the same kind of love that YouTube gives to the bigger channels.
Right.
You know, but you know, there's a lot of really talented fishermen, YouTubers, but they just don't have subscribers. They don't have a lot, and that algorithm isn't friendly. You know, it's like I try everything within YouTube's policy to grow, and it just doesn't grow as fast as these other guys from years ago grew. You know.
Yeah.
So, you know, we do the best we can with what we got. But like I said, I'm gonna get off here now. But I really do appreciate you guys, and of course, yes, you're really twisting my leg to go fishing with you guys one day. Yeah, right.
No, it's happening. It's happening.
Let's set it up. We need to do it. Get as many as we can and group up, and we'll all go.
All right then. But I'll shoot you my email so that so that you have it.
Yes, sir.
And we'll figure out something.
Yeah,
and we'll do it.
We don't have a job. Me and the wife don't have a job and don't have kids, and we got all the free time in the world. We fish all the time.
All right. All right then, guys. Well, thank you for so much for having me.
All right, Johnny. Thank you so much, man. Take care.
All right.
Have a good night.
Very cool.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, Johnny is awesome. Like I said, I've been digging his channel since I got started. He was one of the first channels I found, and he was, like I said, one of the first people to comment on, you know, one of my early videos, and you know, he's just been a super nice guy, super supportive, and he's awesome. He's got a great channel.
Very informative.
Yeah, I've noticed.
His stuff is great. He should, you know, I mean, we all sit here and say, you know, we should all be at more subscribers. Johnny should be at more subscribers than he is. His channel's just kick freaking ass. Yeah, it's awesome.
And sorry, while Johnny was talking, I don't know if anybody's still here, but hello, Outdoors with Will.
Outdoors with Will and friends.
We got 7 left. But yep, that was really cool. And anybody listening, we got Mikey Ball said he's going to come on one night. Who else did we talk about that was going to come? A couple other big names said they would. Cranking and Yanking wants to come up, but he won't never join the Hillbilly. I want to see. We need Backwoods Hillbilly or Cranking and Yanking to come up. Is what we need to do.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
They're scared. We're going to find out that they're not real. They're really like science nerds or something.
And then I'd like to reach out to Salty Fresh Florida.
Yes, if he watches.
If you've ever seen Salty Fresh Florida, I'm gonna try and reach out to him. His channel is really cool. He does a lot of fishing. He puts out a lot of shorter fishing videos, but he's been doing these longer content podcast style videos where he's been getting these great podcasts and these great interviews. And I'm gonna reach out to him and try and get him on as well the next time we go live next Friday night, and we'll see if we can get him on too. Joshua, here?
Yeah, they're still hanging and listening. Oh yeah, the other one that wants to come is Retro Bassin. Anybody watching?
Oh yes, Retro Bassin.
Go check out Retro Bassin. That dude fishes with 70s and 80s year fishing lures and gear and clothes and boat, and I mean it's a great channel. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, he's definitely a good watch. Just like everybody here. Everybody here is a good watch. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, like I was telling Connie, it's just a great movie.
Sorry, you don't need a camera cranking and yanking. I know you got a smartphone in your hand. All you got to do is click that little link and bam, you're here.
Shablizzle.
Isn't that right, Shiner? Just a clicky away.
Yep.
Shiner looks tired. He looks like a man that's been catching big fish for about 4 days.
On his vacation.
It has been a very, I mean, it's a lot of early mornings. I mean, I got up this morning at 3:30, I think, to go to Stick Marsh.
Wow, yeah, you've been on the go. How'd your sunburn work out? I know when you left Donkey Land, you was a little cherry.
My ears are peeling a little bit, but I'll be all right.
You got to get yourself, Rob. You got to get yourself one of the things that I had when we went out last time. Remember, Lindia, the roll-on, like the speed stick.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see what's still in my tackle box. Hold on,
it's a roll-on sunscreen. It's way cool.
Yeah, buddy. I found it. I got it. Here we go. I got it. There it is.
I've got a buff, and I never wear it.
Okay, so my wife yells at me all the time because my skin's real sensitive. Like, my nose will get extremely red when I'm out in the sun. And if I ruin a picture, they're going to be held to pay.
Like I said, we told that story last time about you right before your Christmas pictures. We were sworn to make you wear sunscreen.
Oh yeah, I kept telling John Lindy, I'm like, please remind me to put the sunblock on because we got Christmas photos coming up, and if I screw these up, there may be a divorce in my future. I was like,
a divorce.
I'm like, just please remind me to keep putting on the sun because I'll forget. You know, I load up before we go out because I mean, you know, I don't know about you guys where y'all fish, but down here in Florida, I mean, skin cancer is a real thing, you know, and you know, so, but I don't know. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I just feel if I put sunblock on my hands and then I touch a bait, maybe it's a superstitious type thing, or maybe it's something, and you guys tell me if you feel the same way too, but I just feel like if I have sunblock on and I touch the bait, the fish can tell. Yeah. Like they can smell it. Like, I don't know. That's just like maybe it's a mental block. So I told my wife that. I was like, I don't like to put sunblock on my hands because I think the fish can smell it. And she's like, all right, I'm going to look for something for you. So she found this. Neutrogena, 70 SPF. It's like a deodorant stick, but it's sunblock. And you can just you got my ears and everything, and we used it the last time we were out on the boat when John Lindia came down to do some peacock fishing and worked phenomenal. And and the one thing too, it didn't sweat off. You know, like when we're out here, I mean, it was like 84 that day we were out.
Yeah,
the high that day, and it didn't sweat off and get my eyes or anything. That's another thing about sunblock that I can't stand because when you start sweating, it gets into your eyes and starts burning. So, yeah, that was a good buy by the wife. I highly recommend. This video is no way sponsored by Neutrogena, but, you know, Neutrogena, if you want to, yeah, hey.
Bruiser baits, the best baits there are. And yes, Joshua, you talk about bringing your bow and we'll film a hog hunt. Yeah, we could shoot it right here. We can film it right beside the house. But I don't know about a bow. Once you see how thick and spooky and scary this jungle I live in is, I prefer shooting with something where they just lay out here in the opening. Once they run off in that damn booger hole, we might let the other pigs have them. So that's why
I don't know if the bow would be good for out there.
I mean, it would, but that's why Batty kept wanting to shoot him with a shotgun, and I wouldn't let him. I was like, I don't want him running off. Use the high-powered rifle. And, you know, in that video, I finally let him use the shotty, and it dropped that biggest boar of the trip, just bam, right in his trap. Bam. Old Batty looked over at me and was like, I told you, Hammy. I mean, it was so funny.
Yeah, because if they run off into that
it's bad.
That's thick back there.
It's thick.
I mean, if you move it before, but
garage window.
Oh, we got bobcats out here.
Yep. All right. So, Rob, where are you fishing tomorrow? Have you ever had to do Wifey Day yet?
Well, the forecast looks like nasty, so I think I'm gonna get some sleep, catch up on watching some videos, and getting a couple edited, and may take my granddaughters over to Underhill on Sunday possibly.
Cool. Oh, I'm excited to see the 10-pounder video. And cool, Josh, if you'll go get them, I'll pour the corn in the opening. I ain't scared. I'll stand right out there in the opening and holler so you can find your way back. Like, we're over here.
And I'll come out and film it.
Yes, yes. We'll make it a pool tournament pig shoot. How's that?
There we go.
Oh, Lindy added pajama party. So okay, we'll have a pool tournament pig shoot pajama party.
Yeah, Rob, I agree with you. Tomorrow I was looking at the forecast and we're supposed up by you guys are probably going to get it like real early, probably around 10, 11 o'clock. We're not supposed to get it till about 2. So I think my fishing trip's going to be probably Sunday morning. My father-in-law and I are planning on taking out the boat Sunday morning and going to do some fishing. Maybe do.
If I thought I had till noon or 2 o'clock, I'd probably go. But they're talking. I thought I saw between 7 and 9, and that just
that early. Okay.
Yeah.
Because they showed down here, but they said between 2 and 3 o'clock is when we're supposed to get it down here.
Where are you going Sunday, Doc?
I don't know. We haven't decided. We're maybe going to go back to the same place we got the peacocks, but maybe instead of going we went south.
Right.
I think we're going to maybe try and head north, just kind of goof around and see if we can't find some other areas, just kind of explore that area a little more, just to see if we can find some other areas where maybe it's holding some bigger bass, or maybe where some bass are bedding, some peacocks and stuff like that. So we're just going to kind of Boy Scout around and throw some baits and see what we can find.
We'll go find a new place and let us know where it is.
Yeah, we look at, if you're an hour away, what if we just pick 2 hours from my house and just find a ramp somewhere and point it out, and we'll just meet there one day.
For all of us, for me, you, and
yeah, like one weekend or something. Just find a place and we'll just go down there.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You know me, I'm good. You know me, I'm good. I'm good to go fishing at least one day a weekend.
I know.
Yeah.
Till we get you out of that job, till you get us hit a good scratch off or something.
We don't mind the rain. We just don't like the lightning.
Yeah, rain ain't too bad. Lightning.
Yeah, the lightning is no. Yeah, the rain I can deal with. The lightning, no.
Yeah,
Wednesday morning was torrential.
We got about 2 hours of painting left on our last rental that we're doing all this work on, and then we got every day open to fish. I mean,
nice.
Unless he has charters.
We got, like I said, this week we got Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday fishing. So
okay.
And I think Lindy will go on all those because with hire on, Lindy jumped in the back of the boat and she'll just kick ass from the back of the boat for the next couple videos.
I go on every fishing trip unless it's
well, you know what happens after this week.
You get like spring break or something, don't you?
Bingo.
Bingo.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You gonna take your shirt off?
Yeah.
For spring break.
Wave it over my head.
Oh, does that mean we can make a spring break video?
Yes.
Very cool. Coastal Fever spring break.
Yes.
Do it like the old MTV spring breaks.
Like what? I'll play Dan Cortez. I'll have to grow my hair long. Remember Dan Cortez?
Or you could be hang on. Oh, I had his name till I went to say it. He won it. He become at VJ. He won the contest. My name is. It'll come to me in a minute. The Reef Robber, y'all never get thunder or lightning. That's a trip. Jesse Camp.
Really?
My name is Jesse Camp.
Jesse Camp.
You remember him, Doc?
Yep.
Yeah, Jesse Camp.
We got to make a new video. Small water charters and Coastal Fever go wild.
Yeah. SWC and Coastal Fever go wild for spring break.
And then what we can do with the intro is like do it like with the Girls Gone Wild. Remember the promos of Girls Gone Wild back in the 90s, like on TV, like, you know, real girls, you know, like we can do something like real bass, you know, and
okay, I gotta end this with another one of John's stories. In the heyday of the Girls Gone Wild videos, I'm in a hotel room at the coast of North Carolina. It's me, Batty, who you've seen in videos, you can tell is my sidekick, and our buddy Philpott, who is the third member of that trifecta. Nobody's met Philpott yet. We're in a hotel room, like on the 8th floor at the coast. We're on a duck hunting trip. We had started at my buddy Rambo's house that I talked about. They got mad at Rambo's wife, and Jeff moved us all to a hotel room. So we get up at like 3:30 in the morning to head duck hunting. I flip the TV on, 3 grown men in there. On every channel is Girls Gone Wild. So I stand in front of the TV and I start doing the and I start singing a song about I got my I hate my daddy t-shirt on. I got my I hate my daddy t. And Batty fell freaking apart. I mean, he woke up half that hotel. To this day, he talks about I got on my I hate my daddy t-shirt, and it was just hilarious. But we got waders on, you know, chest waders, all our hunting shit, shotguns. We walk out of the room, we hit the elevator button, the door opens, we all crawl in the elevator. We go down. When it opens on the bottom floor, there's this old couple standing there with suitcases. And I mean, we're full-blown duck hunting. I mean, boots. We're not 2 minutes from the ramp. Shotguns, all this. We're like, good morning. And we just roll. I mean, it was... But Batty will never forget that Girls Go Wild. Be doing that little dance and they're going.
So there you go. Remember that for when we do the spring break video.
Oh yeah, but you know, I always said that's the worst thing to be a man. You know, and you turn on a infomercial for Girls Gone Wild and your baby girl's on there. You're like, oh my god.
Oh no, nowadays it's that's my girl.
There's my girl. Yeah, that's what it'd be now.
Like, oh, she's TikTok famous now. Make that money.
Yeah, I need to do a short with that video I got of Jamie doing that fire hula hoop out here in the driveway. Yeah, our youngest daughter, Rob.
I saw that.
Yeah, that's our daughter out here in the driveway. She does
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, flaming hula hoops and all this. She's crazy.
That's awesome.
Not really. I tried to get her to go down to Key West, like on Mallory Square, and make us some money.
She's all, hey, listen, she ain't going down there. She's making enough money at that casino out there. She's good.
Yeah, she's banking. Even with a mask. I mean, that's what she works it with her mask and all on. I was like, that's good. That's very good.
I wish YouTube and videos were like a thing back in the day when we used to go up to Daytona and do the infield, you know, back before they ruined the infield at Daytona for the NASCAR races. And I had a buddy, I still got, you know, my buddy, we've been best friends since we were in 2nd grade. And he got into juggling. So, and he actually wanted to be a clown. So he actually started the clown college when we were kids and stuff. And he learned how to ride a unicycle and juggle. And then he started juggling torches and stuff. And my God, he used to go around when we would go to the races at Daytona. He would go around the infield on this unicycle, and we would follow him around. And he'd be juggling these flaming torches. I mean, you would like he'd be internet famous at this point. All the stuff that he would get into going around the infield. But I mean, this was back in like the late '90s, you know, in early 2000s. I mean, it was, you know, but my gosh, you know, when Jamie doing the stuff with the flaming hula hoops, that's what it reminds me of. Him riding around the infield at Daytona with those damn flaming torches. Just, you know, tossing people, they toss him back to him. He'd be on his unicycle. He was a one-man show.
Earl, you ride a unicycle? I want to see that on video.
I can ride a unicycle. Not anymore. I mean, used to. Let me rephrase that. I used to. Just like I used to be able to do a skateboard.
You talking about watching your buddy with the flaming juggling. Me and Lindia knew a guy, they called him Zeke the Freak. Zeke could take a lighter, like a regular lighter, put it in his mouth, hold it there for like 3 minutes, and then blow a freaking flame about 5 foot long.
Oh, he loved that much of that butane in his mouth?
I kid you. Hey, B Head Outdoors, welcome. I kid you not. But we're at a concert in Charlotte. You know, we're up in the stands and all. Zeke the Freak and all were there, and the floor is just packed with people. And somebody went like, I wonder where Zeke made it to. And you're looking over these thousands of people, and all of a sudden there's like a 4-foot flame up in the air. You're like, I bet Zeke's over there.
That's where he's at.
Oh, Zeke was funny. Do you know what 13 and a half, if somebody gets a 13 and a half tattoo means?
No.
That you went to prison over, what is it, 12 honest men and 1 crooked judge and half a freaking chance. Yeah, that's the 13 and a half for prisoners. Zeke the Freak went to county jail one night and shaved that in the side of his head. And I mean, this bar fell apart. Like, one night in jail and he shaved 13 and a half in the side of his head. But I mean, they called him Zeke the Freak, so that kind of summed it up.
Reef Robert said, what'd you say, John? I don't know what you were, he said,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
He says a lot.
I say a lot, a lot.
We lose track, Reef Robert.
Speaking of which, do you remember in our live when we made the bass turd jokes?
What, last week?
It was someone about, our first one or somewhere.
No, last week. Yeah.
Last week we're about bastard, and it was bass turds or something.
Yeah.
I meant to mention it. Backwoods Hillbilly says something about a bass turd in his video. Kind of very low key after that. I just have to pick it up. Oh, about you riding a unicycle. I was just surprised you could ride a unicycle and shoot nutria.
That would make an awesome video.
There you go.
That's YouTube gold right there.
That's YouTube gold right there. Oh, I don't know why it popped in my head about YouTube gold. Rob did me a solid too, because my video shows me almost falling in the water once. Rob's video shows me almost falling in the water once. It actually happened twice. It was back to back. I about did the same thing. That's why if you'll notice in the video, I say, y'all are going to get a picture of me yet falling in the water. That's because I just got tangled up right before then.
Well, the other time you were trying to throw a fish through your legs, and
it got my foot caught on the net. That's right.
I didn't put it in because I didn't want to get any hate comments for the bass doing somersaults back into the water.
Yeah, I was trying to do a cool little. I think I even made a joke about it being the family real TV because he's got that one boy that'll flip him over his shoulder every once in a while and he gets so mad at him. That might be hard. You can do it.
Isn't that awful how like some people sit there and just jump all over other people on their YouTube channels for the way they release bass or handle them?
Yeah. Dude, I kind of get aggravated. Somebody we know not too long ago made a video, and that poor fish was freaking dead by the time it got back in the water.
Oh, that kind of thing. But like just in the water. We release some, like if you just kind of just plop them in, or like when you guys throw them down, face first in. I mean, I've seen people like on Facebook groups, like people post pictures or little videos and stuff, be like, my God, how dare you release that like that? It's like, all right, Karen, calm down.
Yeah. I fully agree with that. But now people that, at least to me, it's a commodity, I guess. I'm a charter fisherman. It's like, that's a piece of gold. That's payday next week. Be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
rolling back and forth and negative comments about, or somebody put a couple in the live well for a minute and took some pictures, or kept a few. They still released them, but they held them in a live well for a little while. Well, why'd you put in a live well? Why'd you, just...
Some people do that to revive them after they catch them. They put them in their live well to let them relax before they take the picture, which doesn't sound...
I put the one, that 1010 was in my live well twice because I wanted to make sure I took care of her and put her back.
That 1010 would be in my bed.
And the state that, hey, when they approved my trophy catch, they made a comment saying they thought that I pierced her mouth with my scale. They're like, you might want to look at getting. They were telling me to get one of these, and this piece of shit sucks. And
Is it like ours?
That's the one that you guys got, right, John?
We love it. That thing is cherry, son.
Yeah.
Is that a Rapala?
It's a Rapala. It lasted me about a year and a half, and the screen blinked out on it.
Oh, goddamn, you got a year and a half out of it? That thing was great.
And if you look for them now, they're back ordered. They're probably out of China somewhere, and they're back ordered.
Oh yeah.
And I don't trust the other brands. So
Shiner, we're Florida fishermen, and we're good at it. We can wear a digital scale out in a year and a half.
Yeah.
That's
true.
They only got like 1 million blinks in there. You know, we can get 1 million blinks in like a year and a half, man.
Yeah, you know they ain't making those things to last.
No. Yeah, but they're like $70.
Yeah, they don't make anything.
Yeah, those Impalas, they're about 70, 75, I think.
Yeah.
There's not much fishing gear made for our kind of fishing. I mean, we tear stuff up.
You get the ones that are cost less than that, they don't hang.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Well, I figured I got $50 coming from Bass Pro Shops for my fish. It's not even on the website anymore for Bass Pro.
Wow.
Really? It's not even available, or is just not available, like it's not available to ship, or you can't even find it?
It's not there. And when I went to the Rapala website, it's back ordered.
Huh.
So that may be why it's not on the Bass Pro, because they're out of them. But the Rapala website, they're back ordered.
Wow.
Yeah, that 10-pounder, that's Trophy Club. That ain't no Lunker Club. That's Trophy Club.
Trophy Club, yep.
I like how you're like doing like.
Oh, it is. That's what you get, man. If you read it on the website, that's how they write it. They write it Trophy Club.
Bruce Roberts said, try using this thing in salt water. They last one trip.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Oh. Us red fishing with the boat a lot there in Carolina. Oh my gosh, man. You would not believe the thing. The first trailer we had with the boat had the breakaway tongue. You know, you pull the pin and fold it.
Yep.
I was religious about when we got out of the water, I washed it at the car wash before we drove home. Kept that thing. I mean, I stayed on it. Had the retractable cables that go in and out of the trailer. Oh, that shit locked up tighter than a damn Dick's hat band. I mean, it was like, yeah, you couldn't fold. I mean, that was with me keeping up with it. You couldn't fold it or nothing. That's the trailer that we hit the bridge. I think I told Shiner, we moved to Okeechobee. We come back from fishing. We hit that bump on Taylor Creek Bridge, and the shackles actually buried themselves in the trailer. The fender sat down on the wheels, and we drug her to the house.
Very familiar with that. I'm very familiar with that bump on that bridge.
I saw two guys today when I was leaving Headwaters. I'm sitting there eating a sandwich, and I see a guy with a boat take off to the right, and I see a guy come up. I hear this noise. I'm looking. This guy is driving through the parking lot, and there's no boat yet. Just a trailer. Both tires are locked up with the brakes on. And he's just dragging it all the way around the parking lot, and it's just locked up. And the one guy who I noticed that went out in front of me, I go to the end of the road. I make the left to go north on Babcock or whatever, and he's up ahead of me off to the side of the road with one tire on the trailer off to the side, kicked out, where the bearing came apart or something probably.
Yeah. I put new bearings in that's what I was telling Doc when he got his boat. That's rule number 1. About every 3 months, slap a set of bearings in it.
I can hear them. If they go bad, I'll let him know.
Yeah, she rides the boat going down the ramp. She'll tell me, she goes, this bearing don't sound good. I'll start checking them. And like I said, I carry leaf springs in my truck for the trailer. So that tells you I have broke leaf springs on the road into Donkeyland. And I
try to touch them when I take a long trip like that, and I forgot today, but I like to go just touch the hubs on both sides and see if they're warm or not.
Right. Yeah. I do the wiggle too. You see me grab the tire. Like when the boat's empty, when I walk up to get the trailer, a lot of times I'll give the trailer a shake. I got to tighten bumps all the time. Donkeyland Road beats the bolts out of my bumps.
Oh, yeah.
They're just gone.
Yeah, that's a rough road. That thing, I mean, it's rough on your vehicle. Period. Not to mention on the trailer.
But if it was smoother, there'd be a hell of a lot more people sitting at the end of that rough ass road.
True. So let's keep it rough.
Yeah.
Well, as a matter of fact, next time we go out there, I'll bring a shovel, and as we're driving down the road, I'll just keep doing this behind us as we go.
Dude, they scrape it. I will give them that. They scrape that road like daily.
Yeah.
So they tweak or twitch. That's right. Maybe that's what brought on the tweak or twitch. After I drive in that dirt road, I got like.
It prepares you. It prepares you for the shake.
Yeah, I like the tweeter twitch. It's funnier. He wrote tweeter twitch.
The tweeter twitch? Yeah, either one works. Either one works.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much to everybody that's still in here. We had a great show tonight, I thought.
I think so too.
Johnny. Yeah. Topwater Johnny was very interesting.
Yes, absolutely.
Doc taught us about peacock bass a little bit.
Schooled us on peacock bass.
And Shiner guy showed us a damn fish. Yeah. I mean a fish.
Tank.
Yeah.
I just wish, man, I wish I was wearing my hat cam for that one. That would have been so much cooler,
Yeah. Oh, autograph fat thumbs. I know.
No,
but yes,
but Reef Robber, this is a case where autocorrect actually autocorrected to something that worked.
Yeah.
Something better. Yeah. It's like you didn't mean tweaker, dude. You must have meant tweeter.
There's a K-cat.
I'm not going to say. Rob's showing off his cat.
For one I get to play with more than the other.
Yes, B-head. Yeah, we started 8 o'clock, man. We've had a great show tonight. It's just everybody's going fishing tomorrow tired, so about 2 hours is my limit. I got responsibility.
We do every Friday night at 8. We'll jump in, do the hangout, and feature channels. Anybody can jump in. It's just we'll talk about the stuff that we've done all week or prior, and just like this week. I mean, Rob caught that 10-10. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to overshadow. That was a great trip on Monday. I really had a good time fishing with y'all. So
and that trip was awesome.
We had
55, right? 55 fish?
55.
Yeah.
We had a great time. Yeah, we laughed. I mean, you could hear the background. Oh, Rob, we laughed the whole time. It was a good trip.
My jaws was sore.
Because that was what, Monday, right?
Monday.
Yeah, because you guys kept texting me when I was at work, so thank you. And then we went what, Saturday?
Yeah, we went Saturday and then went Monday. Yeah. Did you keep
Saturday,
up with
Monday, and then Rob went out and got that 10-10 what? Tuesday?
Wednesday.
Thursday?
It rained on. So
Wednesday.
Sunday, I caught a 5-pounder, only caught one fish at Yale. Tuesday, I was down with them, or Monday. Tuesday, I went back to Yale and caught like 4, but they were all pretty small, so I ditched the footage. Then Wednesday, it rained. And then Thursday, I got the 1. And then today, I got, 2. I might maybe take the second one because it was about 4 pounds, and I got it on that chatterbait. I might just put a clip together for Instagram or something on that one.
Nice. Yeah. Good night, Reef Robber. Thank you for stopping in, man. Great chatting with you.
Yes,
Good night, Josh and Kareem.
Yes, B-head.
Yes.
We used to live in North Carolina, so we know all about that South Carolina and North Carolina fishing. We bought our boat in Kentucky. Our green boat come out of Kentucky, and that's all we know about Kentucky. But yeah, come see you, Reef Robber.
Good night, Reef Robber.
Coming in right as we're leaving.
Yeah.
Hey, Laura. Sorry, we're off saying good night.
Laura.
Come down. I'll take you fishing.
Yeah, Laura said she needed to go fishing with Mama. There's a fishing trip.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
Laura gets spanked like everybody else. And I wish, real quick, I wish JV would have come in here. Did you see what he wrote, Shiner? He said, he said he needed to come down here because Mama just doesn't have any competition.
Oh, no. Did he really?
Yeah.
And like I reminded him, the loser that day caught 12 fish. I mean, JB's going to have to work to lose.
Yeah.
I know it's tough when you're out there. Mama will sit there and catch like 20, 30, and I mean you're in the back of the boat and you're yanking like 12, 13, 15 fish, and you're like,
yeah, you're having a great day.
She's up at the front. She's like, then there's number 25. Look, it's a 4-pounder.
Yeah, it's kind of like she carries a needle just in case you start blowing up your own balloon, and she'll just pop. And the funny part with that, she is notorious for that. Her whole life, our kids, her little sister, if you get a balloon around Lindia, she swears it's an accident every time. But that balloon's going to pop. I think she has this thing about just pop, pop, pop. So.
It's the electricity, the static electricity or something that I put on. If I get near a balloon, it's going to pop.
Look, Wild Man coming in here as we're leaving. Dang it. Wild Man, come next week at 8 o'clock. We want to have you on as a guest.
Yes, absolutely.
Apparently, you can't figure out StreamYard because I've been so excited the last couple of times because it said Wild Man was live, and you get there and he's not really live. So.
Oh yeah, I saw that you were testing it out.
Yeah, he's trying to figure it out, I think.
It was a fun day, Laura, for sure. They were. I mean, it's just like every cast, I was catching them.
Yeah, she had two fish in the boat before I got up out of my seat. Yeah. Rob, in that video, you can't tell Rob's on his knees. He's still trying to get his stuff together right there.
Yeah.
I know, Wild Man. I appreciate you coming in.
He jumped on the front, grabbed a pole, and started swinging.
The test was no good, Wild Man. Let us know if you need some help, or let me know if you need some help with it. I can give you a hand figuring it out. So.
It was more fun to make.
Yeah, Laura, it was probably a lot more fun to make than it was to watch. But what I was going to say real quick, Doc, have you noticed my editing skills? We fished Saturday. That video went up Sunday. I fished with Shiner Monday. That video went up before midnight Monday night.
Yeah. I know. I said, look at John. I was like, he's, because I'd wake up in the morning, like when you guys went fishing, and I woke up Monday morning, getting ready for work and everything. I was like, he's already got this up. I was like, dang, look at him go.
Yeah, I had like a 22-hour day. I'm glad the video turned out because
it turned out great.
Last couple hours of all that, I was flying just by and then
Josh, them Zeppelins gotta watch it.
Went to bed that night. I'll freaking tweak, after 6 hours, I feel like a tweaker anyway. I'm laying in my, dude, I ain't shitting you. I don't believe in ghosts or nothing like that. I lay in the bed. Lindy's sound asleep. I'm almost asleep. It felt like something brushed by me, right? Barely. Lindy goes, in her sleep, like you hit her. It was I laid there and thought, what the crap was that? Right outside our door, Lindy has those birds in a cage. I had just enough time to go, what was that? And dude, those birds start going, I mean, freaking out. And it was dead quiet. It was silent. And dude, I was in there, I was like, okay, is this because I've been up for 23 hours and I'm about to freak out? But now Lindy had to get up and go in there, and two of the birds hurt their wings from how bad something scared the shit out of them.
Wow.
Birds.
And I mean, it was wild. I felt that, and it was enough where you went, ooh, what was that? And then Lindy just plainly went, and then it was 3 seconds, and the birds were just,
And you were like dead asleep, Lindia?
Yes, the birds woke her up. She didn't even hear me come to bed. The birds squawking is when she woke up. And like I said,
y'all got ghosts.
Yeah, there was, like I said, I've been up about 23 hours. I was like, this is some weird shit right here.
It was very strange.
Yes.
Very strange.
But anyway.
It's no weird editing brain. Y'all got ghosts. There's a ghost.
It is funny. I laid there going, I'm the guy, if there's a such thing as ghost, I want to see it. But I did. I laid there and said, okay, I've been up 23 hours. I don't want to see it tonight. Tonight is not
tonight. Not tonight. Give me a night where I've had a good solid 8 hours. I'm good. I'm fresh. Let me see it then.
Yeah, like I said, because right now that's gonna. I mean, I scooched over closer to Lindy, and she's like chicken. I was like, well, I just don't want them to spook me. Because, dude, I mean, if someone would have made a noise in the house, I was already on edge. I would have been like, oh shit.
Good. What time did Jamie come home that night? Good thing she. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, it was later.
It was later.
Yeah, she hadn't even come in yet because Pearl was in the bed. See, that's funny.
Oh, okay.
As soon as I open my eyes, I know if Jamie's home or not. Because when she comes home, Pearl goes to her. So if Pearl's still on the end of the bed, she wasn't home. And I did when it first brushed by me, I listened to see if Pearl was doing something. Dude, she was sound asleep. She didn't wake up till the birds started. And dude, these birds freaked out.
Yeah, when the birds did that, Pearl jumps up, she runs in there like something's wrong.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know. It freaked me out. Like I said, but I've been up 23 hours, so it could have just been me. But I didn't do it to the birds.
I don't know. I mean, Lindy got knocked. The birds went crazy.
Yeah, dude, and the noise she made was, I mean, it was like hitting her. It was that, like it, whatever. And so that's what I felt like. It felt like whatever went over me went through her to the birds and then went through the bird cage. You know, I think it was both.
Did the dog do anything?
No, I didn't wake up till the birds started squawking.
No, well, then it doesn't count. If the dog didn't do anything, it don't count.
Like I said, I picture like,
dogs.
When Voldemort turns to that like cloud and just disappears, you know. That's what I pictured is something come through Lindy over me and then through the bird cage, you know. So I don't know. Anyway, back to good nights. Had to tell my little ghost story before we left. But thank you so much. Next Friday.
That'll make sure everybody gets to bed real nice and safe. You know, enjoy the ghost story. Hopefully nothing bumps you in the middle of the night. Good night, everybody. You know.
Good night, everybody. Right now, Wildman's power just cut off because of a storm or something. He's like, whoa.
Oh, jeez. No, Wildman.
Wait a minute.
We got to have you on next week if you're able to. We'd love to have you on, or really everybody that's in here. We'd love to have you on and just work it out. But you know, let us know, Wildman, if you need help with that live stream, so we can give you a hand with that because I know you've been testing it out last couple of days. So let us know if you need a hand with it.
Look what Cranking and Yanking wrote. No, Cranking and Yanking. It wasn't that kind of grunt. It wasn't that. It was like so, and it wasn't warm, so it was all good.
And I don't gas.
And well, I hate to say this, I have never heard her pass gas in 33 years. So apparently, it's true. She doesn't. I know she sneaks off somewhere, but I guess she don't.
She's a lady.
She's a lady. Whoa, whoa, whoa. She's a lady.
Whoa.
All right, I'm out. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Rob.
All right, everybody. Good night. Rob, congratulations on that fish, man. That's awesome. Congratulations. And hopefully you have a great rest of your vacation if I don't talk to you before the vacation's over, but I'm sure I will. But, you know, but congratulations again, man. That's awesome.
I'm on vacation now. I go back to work Monday. I work 4 weeks, and then the week that Easter starts, I'm on vacation again.
Nice.
So, go. And Rob, just like I said with Doc when he broke that ducket rod, only thing could have been better than you catching a 10-10 is if I'd have caught that 10-10. So everything else is perfect. So. All right. Good night, everybody.
All right, everybody. Good night. Take care. Have a great weekend. Good luck catching or hunting or whatever you guys are doing this weekend. We'll see you guys next Friday.
All right. Stay warm.
All right, guys. Take care.